Feel the power of Shao Kahn.
Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to episode 14 of the Kombat Tune podcast. Very controversial podcast. You piss people off. MK7 along with my co-hosts Slips and OSU 16-bit.
I would prefer to be called Hollywood 16-bit from now on.
You going heel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what people are saying.
Why are you a heel now?
I don't know. I went into a stream chat the other night and someone was talking about how I've gone Hollywood, so I'm going to embrace it.
Yeah. We'll get into that. We have a guest today, all the way from New York City.
It's not like you drove to us. It's over the internet.
Come on.
Correction. Long Island, not New York City. Fuck the city.
We have from VSM, Hitoshura.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Tired, but I'm good.
What's the correct way to say your name?
You could just say Hitoshura. It's Hitoshura. It's whatever. The name. I mean, people say Hitosaurus. I've gotten Hotaru. Hit you in the face. I'm like, all right, I got everything, bro. Like, it's whatever.
Right. Now, how did you get involved with VSM, and explain what VSM is?
Alright, well, I remember when I first bought Mortal Kombat 9, I was all hyped. I saw the MK9 commercial on TV with the Skrillex song for Reptile, and I was like, ooh, I have to buy this game. So, I work at GameStop, I pre-ordered it, I picked it up, and I found out my friend's just like, yo, he was a friend of mine from the Blaze Blue community, he's like, yo, there's a site like Dustloop, but for Mortal Kombat, it's called Test Your Might, you should go check it out. And I go on there, and the first thing I see is there's a tournament happening in by the plane trade by my house, where Franklin Square, where I live. And I was like, yo, maybe I should go to this. And I messaged the guy that was informing everybody. It was Dark Rob at the time. And he's like, yeah, well, we'll hang out and stuff. And then I talked to Phil too. Phil also messaged me, and I met up with them there, and they informed me about a tournament they're gonna have at the Gamer's Edge. And that was the beginning of Valley Street Monsters. So we had the tournament, 40 people showed up. It was a very hyped tournament. Chris G won every game. He won Mortal Kombat 9, Marvel, and Street Fighter. And from then on, Phil was like, these casuals I have with Rob, every Thursday, we could bring them here and have all these people play, because Rob's apartment's only, so small, can only fit so many people. So it, started out as Rob's house, just Phil and Rob playing UMK3 till 4 in the morning, and then it moved to Valley Stream with MK9, and then at first it was just me, Classy Sasquatch, Scoot McGee, and then one day Crazy Dominican comes with Maxter and CD Jr., and I'm like, who are these guys? And they just blew everyone up, and I was like, yo, I just got bodied. And like from there, it like developed to this huge thing as we have today. We have the Combat Network.
Yeah.
Valley Stream Moss is not only just like, a weekly casual thing we have going around Long Island and people from there to come by and play. It's also like a family almost. Like, even if we do get salty at one another or salty at others or just, whatever, we're like kind of like a big family. We care about each other. We take care. We look out for each other and stuff like that. So it's like a big MK family throughout New York. So like we're on like not really a team, but it's more of like a bond, I should say. Like I wouldn't consider it like a team or something like that. It's more like just a giant circle friendship. And I'm just like, this is really cool, and I appreciate, because this is my first competitive scene, like really competitive scene. So coming into the fighting game scene like this means something to me. I always thought like watching these Marvel streams and these Street Fighter streams, I always thought like like fighting game scenes will have like these cocky people like, yo, I'm so good, I'll fuck everybody up, you heard? And like the people who will like strut their shit. But MK scene was like really different, so it was very cool. And I went off tangent and I apologize, so.
Oh, that's what we want here.
Yeah.
That's tight. That's the ideal type of scene that you want.
They really
Yeah.
are like the mainstream of MK9.
Yeah, every Thursdays, yeah. I mean, I know there's, Perfect Legend had a stream going on for a while, didn't he?
Yeah, the basement streams.
Yeah,
The
no,
infamous.
Sal and Dr. Dog have one too. AU Digimon has it too, and that guy's just lolzy as fuck. That guy's crazy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I remember first meeting him, season's meeting, first thing I hear out of his mouth, Impa Bug, and he's like fucking like jumping around, fucking bouncing off a wall. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And then someone told me it was Digimon. I was like, oh shit, that's him? Damn, he's a big dude. Awesome, dude.
You see that picture of him doing the splits?
Yeah, I was like,
Awesome.
yo. I know, right?
I thought it was Photoshop.
Yeah, Walter is a real character. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what is VSM's opinion of the non-New York competition? Do they think they're the best?
Wow, we just opening a whole fucking
We're going
door of salt. All right. Well, if you're gonna ask if I think there's competition outside of New York, fuck yes. We have 16-bit talking to you and Slips right now, one of the best katanas, and this man right here is Scorpion himself right there with the spears and that health there and the whiff teleport punches that spin around and you punish. That's the Scorpion guy right there. Then you have Floodzilla, Noob Saibot player. Like, my personal opinion, I think he's the best right now because I've fallen off of MK like really badly. Perfect Legends out there, M2 Dave, Morty Seinfeld, Detroit Ballin, Pick of the Hut. There's so many people outside of New York that are so good. They just don't get recognized because since we're like the most watched stream in the MK9 scene, of course people are going to relate to us more. And I don't really appreciate that at points because like some of us will think, it'll get to some of our heads and be like, yo, we're the best, or we're like, we're top shit. And I'm just like, yeah, but there's other people out there, but like, I mean, I personally think there is out there. I mean, I think other people in the VSM think so too, just, or not mentioning any names, but like, like that wasn't like competition and shit, that wasn't a major. And I'm like, yeah, it was. And like, this whole controversy starts with Stream Monsters and Couch Warriors and just, it's a mess sometimes, but I remember like, I think it was a week ago, we were on stream and Flaw was on there. And I think someone mentioned something about SoulCalibur regional SCR. Sorry, I'm really tired. And C Junior says, that wasn't a major. And I look right at him in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And like, he had a little bit of discussion with people on the stream chat. And then he's just like, no, just kidding. No, it was a major. So I don't even know if he's trolling sometimes or he's being serious and then he just changes his mind. Like, I don't even know. Like, because I know CD Junior, but I don't know him that well. So, like, I mean, like, when he said that, I kind of insulted me because of Flawed. insult. I guess it probably insulted 16-bit if he was there or not, because I mean, didn't you take that one home?
Yeah.
Yes, you took that one home. So I mean, if you saw that, you'd have been like, "Get the fuck out!" Like you would have been probably salty. I mean,
Definitely.
I talked to Rio. Honestly, that guy, you guys may think he's really quiet. He doesn't shut the fuck up around me. He's always talking. But I asked him, "Do you think other players are good?" And he has the same opinions as me. So does Phil, Scoot. We really do recognize people outside of New York. It's just the stream monsters, the other people on TY, they think that we're the only competition, that we're the best. We don't really think that. We recognize the talent outside of New York. We know the competition. I mean, hell, fucking Detroit Ballin beat CD Jr. at NEC or whatever, and that took us all by surprise. We're like, yo, Shank just fucked us up. And it was just really refreshing to see someone outside of New York take home a major in MK9. So I mean, I guess after that is when we all realized that people outside of New York are a force to be reckoned with.
I think it goes without saying that New York has the best scene. When you have that many good players in one area, like that compact, and they all play every week, and they have a stream going, and I mean everyone's watching, so everyone gets to see how good they are, how good you all are. So I mean, I wish when you say that you're have an MK9 family and all that, I wish I had that. We have a couple players that we play with here, and every once in a while 16-bit will come up and we'll play, or I'll go to his place. But it's not on a weekly basis that there's just a big gang of quality players to play with.
I mean, it's all thanks to Phil, man. It's all him. 9.95, man. He's the one who he really wanted to make a scene here in Long Island for MK9. Him, Dark Rob, and hell, even the help with Shock helped us out too. We all did it. James MK2, he helped us all out. It was just a whole big thing, and it's just thanks to those people. And summoning too, just without them, this really wouldn't be possible right now. We wouldn't be as big, you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be as good. And I have them to thank, because, it's like a dream scene come true. It's just I wish this game wasn't as buggy as it is, Now, or else I'd be playing it more often.
What do you mean by buggy?
Like input bug, the whiff and jump and punch bug, those type of things. If those random things didn't happen, I think I'd be playing it more, or more people would be playing it more, because a lot of people have quit the game or slowing down playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't play as much, and it sucks because this game's actually a lot of fun. I've never played a fighting game for so long and not gotten bored of it. You know what I'm saying? And I play it twice a week. So usually fighting games I'll get bored after a time. I haven't felt this way about a fighting game fun factor wise since Guilty Gear, and that was 4 years ago. So that's saying a lot. And it's sad that NRS doesn't want to do anything anymore with patches and updates and fixing problems and bugs. Because if they did, I think this game would be the perfect fighting game. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I think if they were somehow able to fix the input bug, they would fix the stupid shit in the game.
I think they can. It's just I hope, honestly, the fact they're releasing a whole complete edition and they're not doing shit to the input bug, or at least we think they're not, it's kind of just silly. You're re-releasing the game on a new disc with all this DLC unlocked. You have the chance to fix the problems, so fix them, but I don't think they're going to.
Yeah, what are the odds we're going to get a hot fix with that new edition of the game?
Almost 100%.
You think?
You guys didn't see Paulo tweet to Art?
No.
He's working on it in his spare time.
The hot fix?
Yeah, he said he didn't know that when it would come out. He said no ETA, but he's working on it.
I wonder what he's gonna do.
One guy is working on a hotfix?
I think that's what it's always been. Just a couple. I think it's
one or two guys, because
right.
Boon is completely out there with his big ass. I don't think he knows what's going on anymore. And Paulo and wow, his name makes me at the moment. Yeah, dude, NRS. So the only Hector. There you go.
Baron, yeah, there's only a few of them that are the gameplay guys.
Yeah, and they actually care about the game, the actual game development. They want it to be tournament viable. Boone doesn't really care. I mean, I want to say he doesn't really care. I don't think he just doesn't know. Because according to, like, my sources or whatever, like, he's, like, completely oblivious to how fighting games have evolved these days. And he just doesn't know a lot of, like, these new fighting game terms like, meter and, like, cross-ups and stuff like that. He doesn't know about that. So when you're talking to him about it, he's just like, he just tilts his head over like a dog. Like, what are you saying? Like, he just doesn't know. And, like, funny story, actually. Actually, am I allowed to even talk about that? I don't think I am. Yeah, I don't think I can say it.
Talk about it.
I don't think I can say, because I think not only will I get in trouble from that person, I think NRS will be out my ass for saying it. So I don't think I could say it.
You can't not say it now.
What a tease.
Yes, I can. You could just delete it. You could edit that shit out, can't you?
I can.
Well,
all right.
I mean, are you going to say it?
All right, I'll be vague about it. I won't mention any names. Well, for the people who went to test out MK9 before it came out, one of them was talking to Ed Boon about how characters would build meter in this game. He's like, I'm very interested in how characters will build meter and how they use it in their actual overall gameplay, how they effectively use it in combos for the breakers and stuff. Like, take Jade, for example, how she does this one move and she builds this much meter when the person blocks it, and then Boone stops and goes, wait, excuse me, meter? What is meter? And the whole room just is silent after that. No one says a word for 5 seconds, and then someone jumps in and goes, Mr. Boone, the X-ray bar. Oh, right. That's how out of touch he is with the fighting game community right now. He's just so out of touch.
I mean, is that really surprising? I mean, he's always been about, like, the storyline and just the overall atmosphere.
He was a programmer.
Atmosphere, unlocking 40 characters with alternate costumes, wearing sombreros and shit, and stage fatalities. Like, it's to be expected, but still, at least these people who, are into mainly focusing on story and atmosphere at least have some idea what's going on in the fighting game world now. He's just completely clueless. Like, Mito was introduced in, what? Super Street Fighter 2, wasn't it? How do you
Turbo.
not know from... Turbo. How do you not know for that long ago? Like, you should at least have a concept of what that is by now. I'm just saying, like, this is a little ridiculous.
Well, I mean, to be fair to Ed, he's the supervisor, he's the head producer, or whatever his position is, of a giant project. There's 150 guys working on it.
Of course, bro. But, I mean, like, even if he's the supervisor, though, and he has to view the game made, wouldn't he still be able to see and goes, what the hell is that? And he would be told what it is. He'd be like, oh, okay. What?
I would just say the fact that he's smart enough to regulate the duty of balancing the game to guys like Paulo is what we want in the supervisor. Like, he's smart enough to know, look, I don't understand this stuff, so I'm going to have my old school fighting game player guys work on that and give them free reign to do that. And I think that's the right thing.
Yeah, no, like, I'm not talking crap about Ed Boon, because without him and Todd Pius, Mortal Kombat would have possible, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, wow, that just mind fucked me, and I haven't been mind fucked so hard since Killer 7 came out on GameCube. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's the last time I've been mind fucked that hard. And I was like, yo.
This is the first Mortal Kombat with a meter. In his defense.
Yeah,
well,
it is.
DC did it. DC had the rage.
Checking don't count.
Fair enough.
I never played that game.
Don't ever play it.
It's better than the other 3D games.
Really?
It is. It's such a stupid concept.
In a lot of ways, it was a preview for this game.
Yeah. It was a precursor to the MK9.
Right.
Because the freaking EX... Well, I say EX. Some people say enhanced or whatever. The EX moves at MK9 are like the same thing from MKDC. They just called something different. Almost. Am I wrong?
Sort of. I mean, they had skill moves. They didn't cost meter. Instead, they were kind of like just frame versions.
Yeah.
Like, you do Sonya's rings, you'd do another command, and if you timed it right, she'd do the double rings.
Yeah.
And so it was the same. Yeah, it was the same concept, and it was more 2D than the others. Like, the engine was very similar. It was if they had had time to balance it, it would have been a pretty decent game.
And it would have been even better if they got rid of the DC characters and put verses that actually made sense.
Well, I don't want to talk about the gameplay. I'm not defending the DCs.
Well, I'm not saying the gameplay. It's just overall concept. Mortal Kombat versus DC is like Capcom versus Hasbro. What? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, when I saw that in Game Informer magazine for the first time, I was like, I'm done. I just threw it out immediately.
Yeah, me too.
Into the trash. I was like, wow, really? This is where it's gone right now?
I don't think they, planned for it. It just fell into their lap. And
I mean, it made money. Like, it did make money. Cause people were like, oh my god, I get to play Superman and fight Scorpion, herder. And it was just like,
What's wrong with Hasbro? Don't you think the Monopoly guy being in K would be tight?
Actually, it would, because he'd be like, I'm the Monopoly man. He would whip out a cannon and blow your face off. That'd be awesome.
Cabbage Patch Kids? Come on. Mr. Potato Head, man? Mr. Potato Head could be tight DLC, dude.
Yeah, he would.
I could see.
Yeah, he would.
I'd made him.
Rip off their arm and put it on himself.
It's like he rips it off and goes, "Hey, I make Picasso."
Yeah, he'd have hella range, dude. He'd grab his own arm.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Hey, tell us about the Tiny Toons fighting game that you have inside.
Oh my god, really? This is coming back to haunt me. Alright. As you know, I guess you all have watched VSM before and heard my retarded commentary. I'm retarded. Simply put, it just, the Tiny Toons thing when I was talking about it, it just came in my mind like that. And then Pimp Ouija was like, I was talking about this the other day on AU stream. This totally makes sense. And he made a whole thread based off of it. I'm like, yo, is this guy alright? Like, I just read it, I was like, there's no fucking way he made a thread on this. And I read the entire thing, I'm like, he fucking made a thread on this.
He did.
Wow. Props to him, like, it was very creative, but I was just like, yo, I woke up like 10 in the morning, because, like, I got a phone call from my house, and I was like, hello, Mr. Papadonio, yes, is your credit card balance okay? I'm like, I don't fucking own a credit card, and I hung up, and, like, I'm like, you know what, I'm up, let me go on TYM, and I see it there, and I'm like, wow. It's ridiculous.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. You know what else is ridiculous? Like, going to these majors and having people knowing who you are in commentary, and you want to be like you, and I just run.
What?
I run as far as... Dude, I met this one dude who was, Hito, I love your commentary, it's amazing, we have the comp together, I never commentated, but I can do this like you do, and he was like quoting me, and I'm like, burn it with fire, and I just turned the other way. Like, I was just like scared for my life.
You have stalkers.
That's not good, I haven't had
a
stalker. And I told that bitch she was fat, and she should like jump over a bridge, because it was like really creepy. So like...
I like it.
But like, stalkers are just weird because like they walk into your house without you knowing, and they go through your underwear drawer and they sniff the back of your neck, and like stand over you, and then take a shower using your sponge, and then steal that sponge, and then you don't have a sponge to take a shower that morning. I don't like that at all.
No, that's no.
No bueno.
Yeah, I'm against stalkers too. Feels good having fans though. You gotta like.
Oh no, I love the fact that I have fans because, like, honestly, I mean, I'm an art major. I'm going for college, going to get my bachelor's in studio arts. I've always wanted to be a somebody, and like, it's either was going to be through art or competitive gaming. And I never thought I'd actually have a chance to get into the competitive scene because I want to get into Street Fighter. It's all the way out in like Brooklyn and Manhattan. I'm not going that far. Blaze Blue, Brooklyn, not going that far. And then K came along, and there was a scene on Long Island, and now, hey, I got fans. Like hey, oh, out of the blue. Like, it's awesome. It feels great. Like, I've gotten compliments from my noob. Like I said earlier, I've fallen off a lot, and like part of me's not caring anymore. So like, I don't care, but like I've gotten fans, compliments, you're a funny guy, dude. What the hell? Do you smoke? Can I have some of that? And I'm like, no, prescribed only. Like, it feels good. Like, it feels good to have fans. It feels good that people actually like you outside your family and friends. You know what I'm saying? That people, that people actually like you. So I mean,
it's good to know that you're just not a huge video game nerd. Yeah.
What?
What?
That's what I feel like, man. I feel like as a video game nerd, I have the burden to prove to people that I'm socially acceptable.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a huge video game nerd. Like, I love video games. Fucking I grew up with them ever since I was 5. Like, my very first fighting game was Mortal Kombat 2, believe it or not. My very first video game was MK2, and I picked Reptile. And I was like, why am I losing all the time? And then, 18 years later, I found out he's bottom tier, and I'm like, oh, that's probably why.
Yeah, he was awful.
Yeah.
By far the worst.
Yeah, but, I mean, I'm just happy being known. It just feels right, it feels good. Like, going to majors, making friends, them friends finding out who you are, people following you on Twitter saying you're amazing, you're awesome. That's cool. I've also got, have sex with me and they're the same sex as me, and I'm just like, no bueno. I don't swing that way. I've gotten that before too. So, yeah, no, I've gotten a couple. A lot of the MK players in this games, they like guys straight up. Yeah. I don't want to even say the word gay because some actual gay people. Well, I just said it. Just take offense to that. So I'm going to say homosexual. These homosexual people in the MK community.
Yeah.
I mean,
wait a minute, hold on. Gay people take offense to being called gay?
Bro, I'm from Long Island. People here are stupid. I just want to get that clear right now. If you say the word gay or fag, they get offended. Well, obviously the fag part I understand if they get offended, but if you say the word gay, I'm offended by that. How? It just doesn't make sense to me. That's like if I went up to an Indian guy and I called him an Indian, he'd get offended. Or if I went up to a Greek guy and say, hey, can I have some gyros? And he worked at a gyro place and he got mad at me. It doesn't make any sense. It's just retarded. Long Island's retarded. But anyway, I'm trying to make sure I don't get yelled at after this podcast for saying shit. Because I said some really, inappropriate stuff on the stream. And Phil has to, smack me a couple times with his facepalm. So I'm trying to watch my mouth.
I think you'll be good.
Yeah.
We're a lot more offensive than you could possibly be.
This podcast is much worse.
Is it? Okay, so I can say whatever I want?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, who do you hate? Who is your mortal enemy in MK community?
You want me to be honest with you?
I want you to put someone on blast.
I don't have any enemies.
What?
I have no enemies.
Come
I
on.
seriously have nobody that I'm a rival with. If anything, if we're talking about rivals, maybe I'm a rival with CD Jr., Maxter, and Rio because we always play each other. My old rival used to be Eric Warda. We used to play a lot, and we would go back and forth between my noob and his Cabal before the recent patch came out. And then he quit. He left. And I started playing Rio. And I was like, fuck, Cabal got better. This sucks.
Yeah, what's up with Warda? Do you think he'll come back?
No, he's coming back because you saw that MK9 is at Evo, so he's coming back. But if I'm gonna put anyone on blast, I'm gonna do it for one of my friends, and this is for Altair because I'm good friends with Altair, and I'm gonna put Shujinki Dink on blast right now, man. That guy wanted to learn Scarlet for SCR, and he's given him almost a month and a half time to learn, right? Doesn't play her at SR. Fine. You're given a month and a half to learn an input-heavy character that no one really knows a lot about, except for select people like Altair who actually really experiments with her. And then he on your podcast talking shit about him, saying he's an asshole, that he didn't teach me right, blah 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 blah. This isn't right.
He called him
a douche. Yeah. Where the fuck do you get off? Your name rhymes with Shrinky Dick. Shut fuck up. You don't fucking talk shit about to play the character for a month. That's like if I ask 16-bit, teach me Kitana, give me 3 weeks. If I don't win a major, I'm gonna fucking call him out saying, shave that beard. You know what I'm saying? That's not fucking right. It's only been 3 weeks. The fuck? It's understandable. just not bad. But like, where the fuck do you get off? Isn't this guy like fucking old too, like 28, and he's calling out like a 21-year-old? How old is he? Like,
I don't know. He's in his 20s.
Like, I mean, he's a good Quan player. I'll give him that. But like, if you expect to get that good with Scarlet in a month and then not do good at a major and then get mad, you shouldn't be blaming Altair. You should be blaming yourself for not being that good in a month. I'm just saying, like, that's just a little ridiculous.
Damn.
Well, anyone else I can think of?
On blast.
I got another one.
Doesn't CD Junior want to blow him up too?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess. I have no idea.
Yeah, he was ranting about it.
Yeah.
I think
he made a lot of enemies on this podcast.
Yeah, this podcast stirs up so much.
I feel like after this podcast, I'm gonna get a message from him saying, "Nice job, Dickwad." I'm just gonna send him like a smiley face. That's it. Like, I really don't care if he messages me saying, "Oh, you're real cool, bro." Her. Like, fuck out. Fucking, I'm gonna call out someone else right now. I'm friends with this guy, and this is not me trying to, like, you know, be like, "Oh, this guy's an asshole." I'm attacking him, but I'm just gonna call him out real quick. M2 Dave. I'm the moderator for the Noob Saibot forums, as you all know. And I always see him in the matchup discussion thread, always saying, Noob Saibot sucks, this, and that. He's a one-dimensional character. He loses he has 3 sevens with about 80% of the cast. Meanwhile, he doesn't use the character. And Noob has no 3-7 matches at all. He has the 6.5 matches. Yeah, he has 2 of those. But like,
Conquer says that he sucks too.
Yeah, like, he says he sucks because, based off his tools. I'm like, but you guys don't play Noob. No, like, these people don't play Noob. They think that he zones, and the fact that his projectiles are 27 frames of recovery, that they're slow, and that's all he has. He has more than that. That's why I'm running a guide. I'm running this guide for Noob to show people that he's actually solid. He's a solid character. Because even though if he's like, I personally think that he's bottom B, if not bottom 10 in the game, but bottom 10 is still good. It's just a lot of characters like Cabal, Kitana, and Cyrax have a lot of dirty shit in this game that, you know, other characters of, let's say, Noob's caliber or Sub-Zero's caliber can't really keep up, you know what I'm saying? But they're still solid. They're still really good characters. But then you got M2 Dave saying, you know, his zoning's not that great, therefore he's a bad character and he loses to a lot of people. Raiden destroys him, which he doesn't really destroy him that bad. This, and that, the other. The guy doesn't even play the character. And, like, his, not only, like, he's saying Noob a one-dimensional character, but he's a one-dimensional person. His arguments are so one-dimensional. Like, he just takes a character whose, like, main focus is, like, let's say, fucking, yeah, word. Oh, she zones very well. Rushdown's probably not even that good. So if you go on top of her, you know, she's bad. I'd be like, yo, do you play Kitana? Her Rushdown's actually really fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Her Rushdown is actually very good. I've seen Crazy Dominican do some crazy stuff. But, like, he just says, oh, Noob has nothing Rushdown, when, like, yes, he does. Like, he can actually fend off people close range. He can actually rush down. He has mix-ups. He's got some pretty decent mix-ups. M2 knows how to zone, but when I see him play, I'm like, you can't poke, you can't rush, you're doing everything wrong. And I mean, that's the thing, that's Freddy, though. Like, Freddy is supposedly, once you're in on Freddy, he just loses. So, I mean, but still, like, he's arguing on the thread. THTB comes in, you know, he puts his 2 cents in once in a while, and he's a smart guy. Although I don't agree with some of the things he says. I love Dante, he's a smart guy. But, like, you got Conqueror saying, coming in, Noob sucks, blah, 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 and he hasn't updated that freaking matchup thread in, like, 20 years, and the game's only been out for, like, 6 months? And, like, fucking, all the matchups are, like, wrong, and, like, he thinks it's still, like, perfect, and I'm just like, yo, this guy has no idea, he has no fucking idea right now, and it just angers me, and, like, I can't wait till this freaking, this guide's done, because I also have, a recording of me, Altair, and Floodzilla discussing the Noob's matchups on Skype. We have it recorded, and we're going to give it to Storms, and he's going to release it on TYM, possibly on the front page, and we're going to match up the discussion thread off of that, and I'm going to Conquer thread, because that's outdated, and I'm putting mine up with updated version of Noob's matchups. And actually, I have it sitting in front of me right now, so, like, everything's up to date, and he's just seeing all this shit on the forums, like all this hate on Noob. You come into my forums and you're saying, Noob's a bad character. Sure, put it in. But if I go 5 minutes and I see a new post from you saying Noob's a bad character, and I could write a research paper off of that, that's pretty bad. Like, that's just hating right now. Like, I don't know.
Well, apparently Conqueror plays with a nude player.
Vegeta. Ooh, I've never heard of that until like 2 minutes ago. Like, who the fuck is this guy? I have no idea. Like,
he's pretty good.
I've never heard of him. I mean, like, I've never heard of him, and I hear other new players like, oh, that's flawed. How's Vegeta's noob? And he's just like, lol. That's all he said. That's all he said. I'm like, is it...
Vegeta's on blast.
I don't know the guy, and I don't want to, like, call him out because that's kind of, like, rude. And I don't want to, like, seem like the dickhead. But, like, I hear his noob's just good. It's not great. It's not, like, Altair, Mine, or Flawed's leveled noob good. But it's, like, it's solid enough. But, like, supposedly by Vegeta, he doesn't know what to do against Kitana when she comes in or knocks her down. And, like, he just, after Conqueror gets the zoning, Vegeta just loses when Noob has some tricks to get out. And then Conqueror just bases his idea of Noob off of one person, which is already a ridiculous statement at the beginning. That's something that you shouldn't do. Base your opinion on a character off of one guy when more than one player plays them. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just kind of silly. That's like me playing, I don't know, me playing Ryushi and saying that's how Kenshi plays. But then his teeth and his Blackula, no, that's how Kenshi plays. Like, there's other people that play the character, look how they play against them, and then get your final opinion. Most of these people base character maps off a theory. And I have a very strong policy on people who just base things 100% off a theory and have no, like, gameplay experience to back it up. One of my friends does that, and I'm sorry to put him on blast, but my friend Twin Solo does that on PS3. He's my friend of mine on PSN. We played BlazBlue together and Marvel, and like he bases so much stuff off a theory that he doesn't get the gameplay experience behind him. And then when he loses, and he goes, "Well, I could have done that, and why didn't you?" You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you do that? And it angers me. People who just solely base shit off a theory. It just bothers me to no other end. Like, so when I see
right,
Brady, what?
Yeah, you're right. It's a symptom of how small our community is.
You need theory fighting to discuss about matchups and tier placement. That's one thing, but just solely bit off of that one thing, it's kind of like just ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I say he does it a lot. Brady does it a lot. Well, last time I heard from him, I haven't heard from him in a while, but I remember you and Brady got into a scuffle at ECT about Sub-Zero versus Kitana. And I was just waiting for the elevator. It was the first time I actually met you, and I was so scrubby at the game back then, and like you destroyed me, and I was like, "Whoa, who is this guy?"
Wait, I wondered this. Was that you I played in the hotel a bunch of games?
Yes, that was me.
Awesome, dude. I thought so, but it was so long ago, and I hadn't watched VSM yet.
Yeah, no, that was me. Like that was
tight, man.
That was a month after I got into the game, so I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I was just like, lol. And then I lost. I went 0-2. I was like, whatever, Skullgirls. And I went to play the demo, and I talked to Mike Z for about like an hour. So, like, that was cool. But, like, yeah, casuals was fun that day. But, yeah, no, you and Brady were, like, going on a tangent about, like, Sub versus Kitana. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm, like, I'm drinking, like I'm sipping on, like, something. Like, I think it was, like, tea. And I'm just smiling, and I'm just looking straight at you. And, like, you just look at me with, like, such a pissed-off look. And then Brady leaves, just like, what the fuck is this guy up this guy's ass, man? Like, and I just started laughing.
That's awesome.
Tom and I have been fighting since the game came out.
He is truly your rival, 16-bit.
It's awesome, man. Dude,
yeah, he's your villain.
Did you get to play him? Or did he walk off?
That's when Tom would remember when I was small potatoes. He didn't want to.
So that's when he didn't even want to play. You weren't even worthy.
Not worth his time.
Damn.
But like, that's how Tommy, he likes causing drama to get people to come back via salt. I like that. He runs like high salt, although it doesn't really rub people sometimes. But like, give Brady shit like, oh, he's such an asshole. If you guys actually down with him and just talk to him about anything but Mortal Kombat, you'd be like, yo, this guy's actually really cool. Like, I actually shared a room with him at Summer Jam, and my alarm goes off, and I'm a huge Silent Hill fan. And I have the siren as my alarm, and then Brady wakes up, he looks at me and goes, yo, man, that's fucking cool. And he just starts smiling, and he's just like, you're a Silent Hill fan? I'm like, yeah. He goes, man, damn. Man.
That is
and
cool,
we
man.
just started talking about Silent Hill games and how the movie was really not that great, and how Pyramid Head shouldn't have been in the movie, and that was retarded. And like, we just went off about that for like a good 45 minutes. And, like, you know, he's actually a really chill dude. I mean, I've eaten dinner with the guy a couple of times. Like, I've hung out with him outside of, like, you know, majors a couple of times. Like, he's, like, people give him so much crap. And, like, sometimes he does take it to heart. And for all you guys on the podcast out there listening, like, if you're hearing this right now, the Hito heart, my heart, take it easy on Brady sometimes when you guys troll him too much. Because, like, depending on what you say, it can bother anybody. Even if it's a stream chat, you know, stream monsters, you're supposed to ignore the stream monsters. But even some of the things they say can offend anybody. You know what I'm saying? That just goes without saying. And people are like, why you get offended? Well, some of the shit they're saying is offensive. I remember once when I first started someone said, like, I was so annoying that I should jump off a bridge and no one loves me and my mom hated, and I was an act like, yo, that's fucked up. Like,
I don't even look at the stream chat if I'm doing like commentary or anything.
Well, like, if I'm doing commentary, people do ask questions on the stream chat, so I do have to look. Like, I mean, like, my eyes are on it, like, maybe like 30% of the time, and I will, you know, like, answer questions if I see them and I feel like they're necessary to answer, or if I see something that's blasphemy, I'll be like, hey, you, 125 butt lick 47, yeah, I'm calling you out right now, and I'll call the guy out right on the stream or whatever. Like, I don't care, but like, you know. I mean,
but that's what they want, though. That means they're purposely putting up stupid shit so their name can be heard on the stream.
Yeah, because no one likes.
That's why I just ignore it most of the time. They want to say they just want to get attention one way or the other, and they'll just.
No one loves them in real life. That daddy doesn't hug them and shit, so they want to act out on an online stream.
Yeah, I mean, they'll go so far as to piss you off just to get some attention. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, for some of these people, I mean, they're never going to go to tournaments. I mean, it's like,
never.
You know, for their name to be, you know, said on a stream.
It's like 15 minutes fame.
It's like, oh, that's right. Oh, shit. This guy's acknowledging me. I mean, shit.
Yeah. Definitely.
Alright, so...
At the Galloping Ghost Arcade, they project the stream chat into the room so you can read it while you're playing, and it's the worst thing ever.
Wow.
I half my time looking at it instead of thinking about my opponent.
So if you drop a combo, they're like, oh, you just fucked up.
That literally happened on Thursday.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Sucks, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm commentating or something, I would rather have someone like read the stream chat for me, and if there's like a legitimate question, they can like tap me on the shoulder and point it out. Like, I would be down with that, but I'm not gonna sit there and read all this fucking horse shit, because someone will piss me off. And I'll just be like, I just need to focus on commentating.
Yeah, I'm horribly guilty of that. I pay more attention to the chat, and I know I shouldn't, but I can't help myself. They need to take it away from me. They need to have someone that could ask if there's like you said, if there's a question, they can read it and then tell it to me. It's way too hard. They need to take it away from Tom. They should take it away from everybody.
Yeah, Tom goes ape shit too.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's why it's fun to go in the stream chat.
I love, like, obviously, like, sometimes commentating with Brady can get annoying because you'll be, like, commentating a match and then someone will call him out. You'll be like, oh my god, CD Jr., nice pickup. You're a bad player, Mr. Yeah, you're a bad player. You suck. And, like, he'll go off on a tangent and I have to close my mouth. And I'm just like, I gotta wait till he just stops. And I'm just there for, like, 15 minutes. I'm like, when is he gonna stop talking? And he'll be like, yeah, you too. You suck too. Yeah, shut up. Yeah, word. Man, finish. Why aren't you talking, Hito? And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like,
You're in a losing battle if you're like verbally saying stuff and they're just typing things. Like you're already losing just from that fact.
yeah, no, yeah. Some ridiculous shit. Stream
Alright.
monsters, man. Shout out to Stream Monsters.
Yeah. So, Hito, what is your top 5 and bottom 5 in the game, and where does Noob Saibot fit in that?
Top 5? Cabal. I used to have Raiden in second, but not anymore. Kitana. Cyrax. Jax. Sonya. Yeah, that's my top 5 right there.
Alright.
Paul, Kitana, Cyrax, Jax, and Sonya. Just because they all got that crazy dirt. They got dirt. Especially Jax, man.
Yeah.
Damn. That corner reset, like...
That's broken, man.
I like how fucking... Like, oh, this, like, move is OP. But Jax has had that since day one. And I'm just like, yo. Really? Whatever. Anyway, bottom 5. Hold on a second. I gotta whip, I actually have a tier list created. I'm just gonna open it up real quick. I was bored one day and I was talking to Rio. He's like, oh, what would yours be? And I'm like, here you go. And I just...
Now, 16-bit, do you think that Kitana is second?
No.
What do you think? I mean, like, I don't know much about Kitana. All I've only know about Kitana watching you and CD play and, like, you know, Mr. Molina. Like, from what keep telling me, they keep popping up. I would put Kitana as second. For all I know, I'll put Kitana as fifth. She's anywhere between second to me. Like, but right stands at second until proven otherwise. But I think she's top 5, though, definitely.
I predict that by the end of this year, she will no longer be considered top 5. Very, very confident of that.
All right.
Why?
All right. Why?
I mean, what is the case for her? What makes her so good? What do you think makes her so good?
Well, besides the
Zoning.
instant air fans being really good, she has great zoning. She recovers very quickly. She can pick up off of any instant air fan that's high enough and get a nice
Down
little combo
one.
with it.
She's
Down
got
one.
some of the best zoning.
Her
and she's got one
hitbox
of the
and
best
some of her
pokes.
pokes are just ridiculous. Her rush down
Now,
is
hold
very
on.
effective.
Hold on. Zoning in this game cannot make you a top 5 character. There are too many characters. You're going to have to. If your best
obviously
trait is
it can't
zoning,
make you just top 5, but the thing is, though, her zoning and her rush down are equally as good. That's why
I strongly disagree.
Have you seen? I mean, you've seen Crazy Dominican play.
I have.
His rush down is just like the fuck. Like that's some OP shit. That's like wow.
I strongly disagree. I think it's,
That's
I
like
think
you wake up in the morning and you smell Folgers in your cup. That's how good that shit is. Like wow.
I
I mean,
have to
sure,
respectfully
disagree.
disagree.
You're entitled to your own opinion. I'm not gonna call you an idiot because you main Kitana. I can't tell you you're the idiot. Like you're supposed to educate me.
I feel that his rushdown is so effective because of him. I think he's fast-paced. He's overwhelms people. I don't think it's what he's doing as Kitana. I mean, what 3-3 in the down 3? What?
But
I mean, okay.
like that's like this rush where it's just abuses frame advantage and fast moves, but rather play with the mind games. And Crazy Dominican has those mind games, and when he rushes down, and gets to people, and he would do something 1 second, and you'll know he's gonna do it, but he could just different the next, and you're just like, how the fuck did that happen? You're caught, you're taken off guard, and then he just right down one in your ass. You get raped down one in your.
I think that people show too much respect to kind of. People show too much respect to Kitana's rushdown. People are still getting blown up by down 1 cutter. People are still getting blown up by back 1 and 2 setups. People are still counter poking and getting blown up by 4-2-1. I think people don't know how to deal with 4-2-1 block. People are still trying to jump away from pressure. People aren't counter poking when they should, but they're counter poking when they should not. I watch. He's a great player, and I think he's a great rushdown player. I think he's really fast. He can think quick. He can really be unrelentless with people, but I don't see what he's doing at the time as being good. I think he's just good at rushdown. I feel if he was Liu Kang or Johnny Cage, he would be even more successful.
All right.
I mean, we'll see. I'll play him at final round. Maybe he'll change my mind. Maybe he sees something I don't. It wouldn't be the first time I've missed something about Kitana.
Yeah.
I think that 2-1 string, I don't understand why it's pumped up so much. I mean,
it's the hitbox. Like, I've gotten hit, like, just, wow, like, so far away with that move. Like,
right. It's a good move. I mean, it's definitely a good move. The hitbox is huge. The hitbox on the second hit is even bigger than the hitbox on the first hit. But, I mean, I don't buy that that's enough to make top 3.
That has nothing to do with rushdown. That's more of a keep out.
Right. That's more of a footsies tool, too.
I think people just, I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
I don't know. What?
We'll see what happens. Like, only the game.
I don't see
like,
what stops you from just duck blocking all day against him.
Right. She has no overhead.
We'll get back, guys. Hold on a second.
Is your guys' sound messed up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was wondering if that was me or what.
It's like really choppy, right?
It's only on 16-bit and Hito.
Right.
It sounds okay to me.
I think it's because they're on like wireless.
It's more Hero than 16-bit. He's like really bad.
Is it unlistenable?
No, I mean,
every once in a while, like he cuts out for like a whole second.
Yeah. But it's not unlistenable.
Nah.
Yeah. All right. So what do I miss?
Nothing. You're just sitting here. So anyway, Slips,
right.
what do you?
I don't see why you just don't duck block. I mean, just duck block, and the worst that can happen is a throw.
Right.
And then you just kind of wait for a pattern of when she throws, and then you just duck the throw, and then you fuck her up.
I mean, like, all right, one of his key things that he does is he'll do like a block string, and he puts you into position where you're spaced out so that her down 1 will hit, and your pokes will whiff if he does back 1 and 2, or forward 2, or down 1 or whatever. And I see people, they are still getting blown up by it. When, back 1 and 2 has a 20-frame startup, if you do a move that is faster than 20 frames and advances forward, that would get blown up. And I don't see people blowing that up. Like,
It's because some of us don't even know. Like, I know the Kitana matchup on point. I don't really know it. Because, like, every time I want to play Dominican, it's like, okay, we'll play. Because Robin actually talks to me. And, like, someone will just jump on top of me and be like, play me now. And I won't get a chance to play him. Like, or, like, they're so busy on stream that we just play the same people over and over again. Like, I have one gripe with VSM, and it's just because, having Rio, CD Jr., Maxter, and Crazy Dominican, and now KT Smith being the top players in New York right now, they're always on stream. And, like, they're constantly on stream, and then we'll go on, like 1, and that's it. And then I'll play, like, Scoot for the rest of the night, which is not a bad thing. I get the Scorpion matchup down pretty well if, I'm thinking. And, like, I'll play somebody else, like, for Elise or, whatever. I'll play just, the other people that show up casuals, But I'm like, I want to play them, but they're always on stream. And some of us don't even get a chance to play. And me and Scoot were talking about it, like, we don't get enough stream time. And then, even if we don't get enough stream time, we don't get enough time playing the all those guys. Like, how are we supposed to learn how to get better at this game when you're hogging them for the stream? It's unfair. And, like, I would learn the Kitana matchup. I would know that I would be able to blow up back 1, 2, whatever move that starts up in 20s with some noob stuff. But that's the problem. I don't, because I don't play Kitana ever. And that's the one thing. Like, you'll be like, that's the answer to your question. Why don't we blow it up? Because we simply don't know. We don't know. Now I know. Thank you.
Now, I'm sure, for example, if that setup, your up knee would blow that up. Now, he would have answers to your up knee. Of course, he would let the up knee whiff and then forward 2 on you, and you lose hella life. Mm-hmm. But I don't see people establishing him going to be, like, he he never seems to have to go to Yomi Layer 2. Like, he just does that setup, and over and over, and it blows people. You know, Ryo is still getting blown up by it. And no one says, no, enough of this, to make him do the stuff 4-2-1, which then you could back up and push that with, or, you know, at least he'll be -1 on block, and, you know, no one forces the further mind games. Like, that setup is just raping people. Another thing you can do is you can use armor to blow that move up.
Yeah.
Or you can there are a lot of, well, you couldn't, but you know, another
no, I just laugh because like it's every MK patch. How are we gonna improve on this game? They just take the disc, they open a can of armor roll, and they just pour it on top of it and go done, and they throw it into the system and play it. Like, it's game, man. Continue though.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. There's been stuff with Kitana that I didn't think would be very good, and I cried about it and said that's never going to work, and then it turned out to work, and I've been wrong.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys got that money match, CD versus 16-bit.
Ooh, final round.
Who's the Kitana of America?
What about Conqueror, though?
And we got Conqueror me money matching.
I mean, I think he's a huge X factor. He was really good at Evo.
Yeah, he was.
He knew more about Kitana than I did at Evo. Even though I beat him, he was the more complete player. It's going to be interesting to see what he's like a year from now.
Yeah.
I just have to get my my game back with Noob. I've been really lost recently, and that's not good. I've been really lost in this game. So
you've been going to Raiden. What's up with Raiden?
Well, I picked up Raiden to counter my bad matchups with Noob, but that's not the reason why I'm doing bad. I don't open up to people really unless they're close to my friends. But I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm kind of a very emotionally driven person. I take things to heart, and this past year hasn't been so good to me. About a year ago on Christmas, 2010, I lost my dad. He died of a massive heart attack that morning. Then we've had money issues. I've ran into money issues with school, financial aid, job, my hours getting cut and stuff like that, and things have been tight. School, stress-related, relationship problems, everything just piles up together hard. And on top of that, after my dad died, I actually got my heart checked out to see everything was okay, and I found I have a small heart condition too, where I don't know what the hell it was, but my heart, I guess you could say, bleeds on itself, and blood gets backed up, and my heart has to work twice as hard to pump blood at some times, and I would feel some major discomfort, and this only happens if I'm under high stress or if I'm panicking. And the last time it happened was very big crowd on top of each other, and for some reason my heart started acting up during the tournament, and I did ass during the tournament. I got blew up by Death. I don't know Molina matchup that well, but I got blown up by him anyway, and I was just jumping around doing random shit. And I just got blown up the tournament, and my chest was bugging me the entire time, and I was sitting in the corner holding my chest and shit, and people were yo, what the hell's wrong with Hito and everything, but that also is just I just do a lot of bullshit, and I come every week, and as of recently, ever since Apex, I've been just falling downhill, and people are oh, Hito's scrubbing it out, blah, Hito sucks, this and that, yet really they don't know what real life problems behind the actual MK player is, you know what I'm saying? Not many people know my dad passed away. Hell, some of my friends don't even know. I saw a friend I haven't seen in 2 years, and he asked how my dad was doing. I told him, dude, my dad died. And he just, he dropped the Snapple he was drinking. Glass shattered everywhere because he was close to my dad. He's like, dude, what the fuck happened? It's just, I can't even believe it sometimes, dude. It's just, life sucks. It really does. And, it really does affect my gameplay. And if I want to win that money match with Conqueror, because I know he's good at Kitana, and if I want top 8 at Winter Brawl, because I got in place at Apex. So if I want a top 8 noob at Winter Brawl, I have to bust my ass these next 2 weeks. So, I got to get this stress off my body as quickly as possible, so.
I'm not looking forward to when my parents die. That's going to suck. I don't know.
Let me just put it this way, dude. From the moment that we are born, we start dying. Slowly. gradually. Life,
True.
like, this sound emo, and something like a 14-year-old My Chemical Romance fanboy would say, but life is a series of disappointments, one after the other. There's good things that happen to you, but it's honestly just to sugarcoat it, to disguise it. Life, in the end, really does kind of suck. You grow up, you're 5 years old, you love Power Rangers and wrestling. That's when life is fucking awesome. When you don't have to deal with life, puberty, and acne, and bitches, and periods. You don't have to deal with women fucking bleeding out their vaginas once a month. So then you grow up, balls pop.
That's really rare. Yeah, I would think the girls are more worried about that than the guy, but that's...
But, like, your balls drop, and then you realize you have responsibility now. And then you're growing up, you go into high school, and then you realize, wow, life's just a bunch of work. And then your parents get old, and you see your parents die, or your best friend dies in a car accident, or some girl you've known since elementary school crossing the major turnpike on your town gets hit by a drunk driver and just drives away. She dies at the age of 13 years old. And, like it happens, like, how for all I know, after this podcast, can just blow up out of nowhere and could just drop dead. It happens. It's life, and it sucks. And
so you think life is better as a child than an adult?
I think at some point, because you have less to worry as a child. Like, when I was growing up, I was playing with the Green Ranger. I was listening to Macho Man Randy Savage talking shit at WWF, and I was watching Spider-Man animated cartoon. And I was eating Cocoa Puffs. Life couldn't be much better than that. Not working, having your parents buy everything, getting your head shaved, because I had a crew cut as a kid, eating cheese doodles. Like, I mean, I'm a happy person right now. I'm a full-time art student. I'm doing what I love. I draw, I sculpt, I paint. I'm getting far in a relationship with my girlfriend. My mom, we're doing better financially now. Like, you know, life's looking up. But, like, you have a lot more problems when you get older, and, like, it just kind of sucks, because you, like, you know, you don't want to deal with it. Like, who really wants to work 9 to 5 or whatever for the rest of their life? Because, like, no one does.
But as a kid, you can't do shit, man. Like, you're stuck in your house. You only get to leave when your parents, like, you know, like, can drive you somewhere. You only, I mean, you were thrilled to death for your birthday and Christmas because it was the only time that you actually got what you wanted. Remember when your mom and dad is like, oh, hey mom, what's for dinner tonight? And they're like, well, we're going to get a pizza. And you're like, holy fucking shit, you're going ape shit. Yeah. But now I get a pizza whenever I want. I get pizza every day. I can go anywhere. I can go to the mall. I can do anything. I have complete
that's the thing, though.
freedom.
You can whenever you want, but it requires you to spend money, not your parents. They bought you that shit. I got that Dragon Megazord for Christmas. I got fucking Metroid Prime on the GameCube for Christmas, and it was the best fucking
I don't have to wait for Christmas now. I can just go.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, like, life is just simpler as a kid, and simplicity is sometimes always better. In the end, you know what I'm saying? You don't have much to worry about. When you're 5, you have nothing to stress over. Hell, if you shit yourself, it's like, whatever. Who cares? I shit myself. I piss my pants.
Wait a minute. What?
You want to shit yourself?
Sorry, man, but, like, I was just saying, when you're 5 years old...
I could shit myself right now and it would be fine.
Try it.
But when you're 5 years old, let's put it this way. When you're 5, the bad Star Wars movies are actually good when you're 5. Like, you have nothing to worry about. You think everything is good, everything's okay, there's no depression. Depression and stress does not exist.
You don't have sex when you're a child.
But your dick is so small, it doesn't even get up anyway. You have a baby dick. Who cares? You just want fucking Power Rangers.
Wait. What about nostalgia? You always, like, see things better than they were.
See, that's why when you're at this age, that's the one redeeming quality that I have besides, you know, being the person I am today, the stupid yet smart, funny, well, kind of annoying person that I am today. I have nostalgia to look back on, myself growing up, all the games I played. Hell, how badly gaming today sucks and how much better it was back in the day. Like, okay, all I see now is Call of Duty and Battlefield and more Call of Duty. Now I'm seeing stuff everywhere. Back in the day, it was all about, Castlevania, freaking Legend of Zelda, Metroid, fucking Super Mario 64, Super Smash Brothers, Sonic the Hedgehog, Vector Man, Earthworm Jim. Those were good games, man. And now you got these kids who their classic games will be Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, and Call of Duty. That's just fucking stupid.
Yeah,
like,
it's fucked up.
It's fucked up. Like, I don't know. Like, I think, like, I guess you could say, I don't know. I mean, I feel like when you're a kid, life is a lot easier. It's a lot more stressful. But I
remember as a kid, I used to get really pissed off because I wanted some fucking cereal, and it was at the top fucking cabinet, and I couldn't fucking reach it.
Yeah.
Even when I got a chair, and I stood on the chair, and I climbed on the counter, I still could not get the cereal. It was ridiculous. But now it's just like...
pissed me off as a kid. I remember what pissed me off.
And even when I got the cereal, and I wanted to bring it into the living room to watch some what was that show? Like the Real Ghostbusters. I wanted to watch the Real Ghostbusters. And I had my Captain Crunch. I poured it in. It was a big giant ass bowl. But I'm a little kid with small hands with shitty balance. And as I'm going to the living room, I dropped the fucking bowl. I didn't even drop it. I just couldn't balance it, and milk was just flying everywhere.
Is that what
and it was a fucking mess, and I spent a half hour cleaning up this mess. My mom came home. There's milk fucking everywhere, all because I'm a shitty kid. It sucks, man.
But the thing is, they can't get mad at you because you're a shitty kid. You don't know any better. Like, honestly, I can, at 5 years old...
But I missed the Real Ghostbusters, and there wasn't on demand.
The only thing I can say that pissed me off as a kid, I only got angry at one thing, really, and that was me watching TV, enjoying my cartoons like Pokemon and Animaniacs and Freakazoid, and then Johnny Quest comes on. I'm like, fuck this show. I turn off the TV.
Oh, that was the worst show ever.
It was so boring. I was like, yo.
He was such a gay-looking kid.
He was he was a gay-looking kid. He was like, yo, I'm an adventurer, and my hair is permed. You're a fucking fruit. Get off the TV now. I don't want to see this kid. And you had Haji.
And James Bond Jr., that was really dumb.
No, Haji, the most offensive Indian I've ever seen on TV. He's like, hello, my friend, how you doing? I'm like, wow, I cannot watch
Haji.
I cannot watch this show.
Haji for DLC. Haji.
Freakazoid was a great show.
Oh my god, dude, that show is so good. I actually was, if I had money, if I didn't have financial problems, I was going to go as Candlejack for Halloween, as my friend Halloween party. That would have been nuts, but I didn't have the money. It sucked.
What was better, Animaniacs or Tiny Toons?
Tiny
Toons, fucking hell yeah! Are you kidding me?
All the way.
Tiny
No,
Toons.
Animaniacs better.
No.
No, this is coming from the Kitana player. No, fuck that. Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toons was the shit. Animaniacs was a spin-off of it.
Animaniacs was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Animaniacs,
what was that giant rooster? What was his name? I can't remember. It was just like a giant rooster or something. And it had Pinky in the Brain. I mean, it had good shit.
Yeah, no, the thing is, though, Animaniacs had its times where it was, hit or miss.
Yeah, there was some dumb shit on Animaniacs.
Always good, dude. Fucking Ducky Go Down the Hall. Yeah, shit like that. It was just great. And yet Elmira going, why? You just want to punch her in the face and stomp on her fucking, chest. But, it was just such a good show.
Yeah, that was good shit. I remember when, Plucky Duck, cheated on his tests and he was feeling all guilty. There was, a whole episode on it.
Ed, if I cheated on my test, I'd be happy. I didn't give a shit. I had no guilt as a kid. If I didn't know shit on a test, I'd be like, yo, I wonder what this guy's doing right now. And I'd just look over. I didn't care.
Yeah, that episode got to me. I almost never cheated after that. It was a good lesson.
Let me ask you guys a question, because we're talking about childhood and everything. We all had our bullies, right?
Yeah.
Alright, how do you feel about these ads on TV and the internet, and when you're about to watch YouTube, stop cyberbullying. Stop bullying in schools. It's very mean, and our kids get offended, and they cry, and it's not nice. How do you feel about bullying?
I think it's shitty. It sucks.
They're not going to be able to stop it.
That's what I'm saying. They're not going to be able to stop it because there's always that one alcoholic family where the mom gets beat and the dad breaks bottles over her head, and the kids never gets up, and then he's going to take it out on the kids. But like, I was talking with a couple of my friends the other day on Skype. I think bullying is good. It builds character. It builds character.
Depends on the extent.
Depends on the extent, obviously, but depending on the extent, it builds character.
I think everyone needs to get bullied.
Yeah, you have to deal with it.
You have to deal with it in order to build the character. It makes you going through shit in life as a kid. It built like going through shit in general. Like what I went through. It like before a year ago, before my dad passed away, I was a different person. I was like a little more annoying. I was very impulsive, very naive and stuff like that. But after seeing the real world, it built me into the person I am today. Like when I real world, and like I'm a completely different person. And when you're a kid and you get your ass kicked a couple of times, you change. You're just like, yo, I'm gonna fuck this guy up. And then when he tries to punch you, you fucking throw a snack pack in his face, and then take his underwear, pull it over his face, and kick him down a flight of steps. That's what you do. You're like, fuck you.
That's true. I can agree with that.
But you waste a snack pack though, which sucks, because snack pack's awesome. But you get my point.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also the young gay kid that commits suicide because of bullying.
Well, the thing is, that's the one thing I want to get at. Those kids who get bullied and kill themselves, 99.9% of the time, they had family problems outside of school that caused them to kill themselves. They had a lot of family problems at the house. So them getting bullied was just the straw that broke the camel's back. There was a much bigger problem behind that. But I get what you're saying, though.
Bullying can get to the point where you can't fight back, though. So if that bully is a popular person, I mean, like the whole school can be behind him, and like you can't really fight that person. So every day that you go to school is just a miserable, shitty day, and every day that you get up and go to school, it's like, how am I going to get through this shit today?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's pretty shitty. Like, it just depends on the extent. You do have to deal with it in life to build character, but sometimes it's unbearable. Like, you can't deal with it sometimes.
One day you're going to get tired of it and, like, stand up.
And it comes to the point where it's like, I can't just beat this dude up in a fight, because you feel like everyone's against you anyway. And so, like, that's where they just bring a gun to school. It's like, fuck, I can't deal with this, so I'm going to have to go to the extreme. Because they feel like they're pushed that far. Yeah, I mean, you have to be bullied, but sometimes I understand when some of them, like, you just feel like you can't do shit about it. But what you should, you actually do need to just stand up and just punch them in the face.
Stand up or tell an adult. Some people are so scared. Like, how's a bully know you're going to tell an adult? Like, do they have ESP? Are they mentally linked with you? No, fucking tell on them.
That's pretty much what it boils down to. You have to punch the dude in the face. That's what it all boils down to.
Exactly.
But like people just get scared. Like as kids, you just get scared to do it because you're taught that's not the right thing to do.
Like my niece,
but sometimes punching someone in the face is exactly what.
Once you do it, they leave you alone.
Yeah. Like my niece right now has a bully she goes to elementary school, and this guy constantly picks on her. And like I'm like, why don't you just do something? But that's mean. But he's doing it to you, right? Yeah. But I'm like, punch him in the dick.
Yeah. You got to do something.
I'm like,
your life is going to be shitty until you do something about it.
Yeah, your life will be miserable until you tell an adult. Like sometimes, like actually telling an adult doesn't even fucking work sometimes because they just ignore it. They go, whatever, I got a divorce to deal with, or there's a bottle of fucking Jack Daniels waiting in my front desk. I got to go attend to that shit. They don't even care. They just go, stop being mean, or no things for you, and they just walk away. You have to take the matter in your own hands sometimes, and just fucking. Whatever.
You gotta punch him in the face. That's all there's to it.
Not even. Just, like, take a chair and throw it at his face, just on his teeth, and just break every single one of them. Like, Like, when I was a kid, like, I'm a nice guy, but if you get me pissed, and you, like, I don't get mad. Like, I can get angry. I get pissed. I don't get mad. When I get mad, don't get near me. Please do not get near me, because I will do everything anything I can to see every bone in your body broken. Like, just don't ever get me mad. I'm like one of those type of dudes. So like, I would hold all this shit in. Like once in high school, I remember I used to wait for the library to open because we didn't have a computer until I was in senior year, right? And like I would wait for it to open to use the internet. And like this one kid used to make fun of me saying I was a nerd waiting for the library to open, and I was like, all right, this guy's got some issues, but whatever. And then one day, it was Halloween actually. I was Jason Voorhees, and like he called me like, oh, look at this like fatty nerdy kid dressed as Jason Voorhees. You think you're cool or something? And I guess the power of Jason Voorhees just like took over my like brain, and I was like,
cut his head off.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of this guy. So I went up to him like, what'd you say? He goes, you heard me. I fucking took the back end of the the plastic blade, which is actually wood. I hit him in the side of the face with it, and I grabbed him by the throat and I threw him down the stairs. And his other friend was like, holy shit! And he was just like, he started crying, and I was like, that's what you get. And he was like, and he ran to the freaking Spanish department, and I got 2 days of out of school suspension. And I just like, my mom was just like, did you learn your lesson? Yeah, good boy. And I just went to play I actually played Ocarina of Time, and that's all I did for the next 2 days. I didn't do shit.
I think that's one of the most overrated games of all time.
You don't want to know why? Majora's Mask is my favorite Zelda. That and Link to the Past. Those are my two favorite Zeldas.
I think both those games are easily better than Ocarina of Time.
Like, actually, believe it or not, I'm actually kind of confused about Ocarina of Time. The story doesn't make sense to me. Like, you're...
I kind of got it. I just...
Like, you're Link, right?
Yeah.
You meet with Zelda, you're like, wow, this chick's hot. You find out Ganondorf is like, talking to your father, and she says something evil about him, and then you find out he's trying to take over the land, and you go to Temple of Time, and you take out the sword, and then you realize, holy shit, I'm older, and then it's in the future, and then Hyrule's in misery, disarray, chaos, because of Ganondorf. Now, the whole plot is you're supposed to stop Ganondorf from doing this stuff, like go back, stop him from this stuff from ever happening, but you only stop Ganondorf in the future Ganondorf, which doesn't stop Ganondorf in the past. The game just ends right there. The fuck? Like, I was just thinking about it the other day, and I was like, yo, that doesn't make any sense. Like, if you stop someone in the past, the future stuff doesn't exist. But if you stop someone from the future, and you go back to the past can completely, like, take a different turn, go to the same outcome, but you avoid the whole thing together, and the future self still exists. Like, I just never got that.
I don't know.
Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Am I making any sense, or like?
It makes sense, but I can't remember the story enough to counter
like, I don't
you.
know the story that much to like, to back up my argument, but like, it's an argument I've been having, and I'm like, this actually is a valid point. Like, the stories, like, there's like a plot hole right there. Unless some guy on Tester might also is a big Zelda fan and wants to say, at Hitoshura, this is the wiki, you should read this, and sends me all these links and confirms to me that the story actually makes sense, and okay, go ahead. But to me, Majora's Mask is a much better game, story-wise and gameplay-wise. That game is phenomenal. The game is
I think you're going to get blown up for this.
Yeah, they're going to blow me up for, like, what's wrong with you, Hito? I'd be like, listen, one thing, it was dark, and it wasn't intentional. Oh, shit, Slips got dropped.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Intermission. Alright, cool. One thing about Majora's Mask, it was dark, and it wasn't intending to be dark. It had a dark atmosphere. You start out, you're in this dark, dingy woods. Skull Kid, with Majora's Mask on, stops you, knocks you out, and takes your ocarina. You get up, try to get it back, he steps on Oponia, and then you grab onto the horse, and then it falls down like this hole in the tree, and when you go down there, you don't see Oponia, and he's like, yeah, your horse didn't respond to me when I was talking to it, so I got rid of it. The first thing you think is, this guy just killed my horse. Are you fucking kidding me? And then he turns into a Deku scrub. Like, whoa, that's fucking crazy. It blew my mind. And you're playing in the game, and then you're seeing all these crazy things happen with the moon falling, and like your encounters with Skull Kid, and like another thing, like with boiling a monkey alive, meeting the ghost of that one Goron, and like you play the song of healing, and he sees all his friends and stuff like that, and you just see him cry hysterically, and he turns into a mask. Like that stuff as a kid or like growing up is like, yo, this is some major shit right now. Like I didn't experience like that dark feeling that I had with Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. Everything was just like lighty and happy until you reached like the future stuff, and it was still happy once you left Hyrule, and there was like, you know, the music and the dancing. Like, it was a great game. It was a great start for the Zelda games, but like for some reason Majora's Mask was so unique for its own good. The mask system, the story, just the overall game in general was just like so different, yet just done so well. It was unlike any other Zelda, and I think that honestly just goes to show you that it's a great game. I mean, there's Zelda games that were unique that sucked, like, you know, Spirit Tracks. Game was garbage. And Phantom Hourglass, that game was also garbage. But, like, Majora's Mask, man, just blow me up, all you guys want on Test Your Might. That game's a shit.
I liked Majora's Mask. I thought it was good. I thought, man, Ocarina of Time, that Hyrule field wasted the most amount of time in my life I think I've ever had. Ever. It took literally like 15 minutes to go across that goddamn thing. It was just I remember, like, I never used strategy guides in games before, just because, you know, I wanted to figure out on my own. I thought that was half the fun.
But you got a strategy guide, just look at the map.
I've bought the strategy guide to get the goddamn horse. Just give me the fucking horse, dude. Jesus Christ. I mean, as soon as I beat that game, I was like, I'm fucking done. And the other thing was, like, fighting in that game was really boring. It was just so simple and it was annoying, if anything.
I would say it was boring.
It was boring, dude. Those goddamn spiders or whatever, where you have to wait for them to turn around.
Oh, the skull-antulas or whatever you want to
call them. Oh my fucking god, dude. I was like, they're not even hard. It's just, they're just fucking in the way. It's like, dude, goddamn, just get the fuck out of the way. And then, like, if you hit it too early, it starts swinging around like fucking crazy. And then you gotta wait double time.
It's like you're fucking playing a game and like the spiders are buffer times. Like you're buffering right now. That's what they are, and it gets fucking annoying.
God. It's like in the previous Zelda games when I would go around in each room and purposely kill everything in the room.
Yeah, you fucking hold down the run button and charge up your run and stick out your sword and be like, yeah, and just fucking plow everything.
I want to kill everyone because it was fun to kill shit.
It is.
But like in Ocarina of Time, it was just like, god damn, I gotta kill this stupid ass thing. This thing's so fucking annoying. It's just the fighting wasn't fun. It was more of a puzzle game than anything. And I was just like, ugh. I want to kill shit.
Aren't bad though. Like, I mean, like if with that mentality, like, I mean, if you want to kill shit, play God of War. Well, you say that. Play Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry is shit.
We're talking about Majora's Mask. What are the best N64 games?
Star Fox, GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta say right now,
Mario 64 was one of the best games of all time.
Oh yeah.
Kill me. Put me on a stake and burn me. I didn't think Mario 64 was that great.
What?
I liked it growing up, but honestly, I like the older ones better. Like, I got bored of Mario 64 after a while, getting all the stars. I was like, you know what, fuck this game. I beat it already. It wasn't like it did like the old Mario games. I wanted to get everything. I wanted to do everything. But Mario 64, I was like, fuck it. I don't know.
That's insane. Yeah. The fact that like you had to find these stars, and the only hint that you get is just the title of the mission. It's like, you was just like, what the hell? It's like,
maybe it was the fact that I played it so long ago as a kid, and it just left an impression on me till now. I played it since I was like not 10. You know, I played it since like I haven't played the game in like 12, 13 years.
You like, punch shit. It wasn't like this new Mario shit where you have like a water gun and you spray shit.
Sanitation Man.
That was so stupid. He punches shit. He fucking picks shit up and he throws them off a cliff.
A tight flip with the trigger. Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah, he's fucking tight. And I mean, he took Bowser and he did a giant swing into a fucking bomb.
Word.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'm gonna throw this one out here though. Mischief Makers. Hold on a second. Whoa!
What is that?
It's a platformer made by Treasure, I think.
Is that on 64?
Yeah, I've never played it, but it has a good reputation.
One night.
Oh, I haven't played that one.
What about?
I want to make 2 points about Zelda real quick.
All right.
First off, in OOT, that skull family.
Did you really
is
need
super
it?
creepy.
Wait, did you really need to make an acronym for it?
Oh.
Jesus Christ,
Oh my
dude.
What?
You're such a nerd.
Are you in the Link forums? Are you in the Zelda forums?
I'm being blown up for calling it by an acronym.
Yes.
Anyway, that skull family that you meet, that's one of the creepiest things ever. Like, you're in that house. In Ocarina of Time, remember when you go to that skull, the family that have been turned into skulls?
Yes.
That is super creepy. They've got, like, it's like a spider, and they've got, like, human arms and shit, dude. That is some fucked up shit. And secondly,
curse.
the creepiest thing that's ever been in a video game, by far, is in Majora's Mask, and that's that Happy Mask guy. He is fucked up. Remember at the beginning, he's got that bag, and it's got the faces on it?
Oh, yeah, I remember that guy.
Google image search Happy Mask guy. It's creepy. He's like from a nightmare. That game is not for
Mortal
children.
Kombat.
Dude, Happy Mask guy should be DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just rip their face.
Majora's Mask was fucked up.
And the meteorite with the face on it in the sky.
Yeah, that was cool.
Weird. Or the moon, I guess. There's the moon.
What about?
There was a lot. Do you remember Rogue Leader and Rogue Squadron for the 64? Yeah. Those games are great. Love those games.
Rogue Squadron?
Rogue Squadron, the Star Wars game?
Oh, yeah.
That shit, those are some of the best Star Wars games. I wish, like, why don't they make games like that anymore? Where's this Rogue Squadron for fucking Xbox?
Factor 5 went out of business.
Fuck, man. I mean, I'm tired of these MMOs. I want some fucking dogfighting shit.
I want Battlefront. Battlefront 3, man.
I don't know, like, where's a dogfighting game? Fuck. Why can't I be a TIE fighter these days? It's dumb. I mean, what else was good on the 64? I feel like we're missing a lot.
Gotta say, WCW versus NW.
Oh, yeah, of
World
course.
Tour. Yeah.
Those were really good.
So much.
All of the Nintendo made shit was good. I can't think of anything else, though.
Alright, what was better, the Super Nintendo or N64?
Super
Nintendo. I mean, Super Metroid, Mega Man X.
Super Nintendo was the last time Nintendo actually had third parties make games for them.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, since the 64, pretty much all the third parties were like, we don't know how to make games for this whack-ass shit. And they started making games for, like, PlayStation and shit. That was Super Nintendo was their last hurrah. And then, I mean, 64 has some ridiculously good-ass games.
Yeah.
But it was just not enough. Oh, I mean, there's Mario Kart 64, Diddy Kong Racing. I mean, there was a lot of good shit on there. Didn't have a big library, but it had a lot of good games. Smash Brothers was on there.
MK4 was awesome.
MK4 was amazing.
Yeah, that was a great port.
Killer Instinct Gold? I don't know if
it was
that
not a good port.
It'd have been awesome if it was just the first Killer Instinct.
It's not even a good. It's not even a good port of Killer Instinct 2.
Yeah, they changed it.
Yeah, it was bad.
Bad animation, bad graphics.
Fighter's Destiny, that game was tight.
What?
You could play as a cow.
Yeah, his name was Oogie.
Oogie.
Every time he swung, he mooed. That was one of the tightest fighting games. I love that game.
Oogie. Yeah, I'm changing my hand to look like Hitoshura. Oogie's my new name.
Mario Party was good, man. The first two Mario Parties were good.
Yeah, the first one was awesome.
Remember how the first one would mess up your hand because you had to turn the joystick hella? Yeah. You get blisters.
The controller was so fucked up.
I had a friend who was so hardcore he'd wear gloves to play Mario Party.
Wow.
Wow, that's like competitive Mario Party
Yeah,
right there.
dude, it was serious, man. We got into big arguments over it and shit. This same guy once punched a hole in my wall over Smash Brothers.
Wow.
Well, Smash Bros. Is some serious shit, man. I mean, people don't bathe at Apex, so.
Here, I'll tell the story. Basically, real fast. Me and another friend, we liked Smash Brothers, but we weren't like, oh my god, this is so serious. We just kind of played it, right? But he was like really hardcore, and he took it really seriously. And one night he was boasting that he could beat both of us in a handicap match. And we were like, okay. So we start playing, and he was blowing us up. He really could. He was better than both of us combined. And as he was going to win, he got cocky, and he started jumping around showing off, and he killed himself by falling down a pit.
Wow.
That's great.
So he got up, and he's just silent, and we start cracking up, and he punches a hole through the wall
What?
of my house.
Wow. Did he
Did
pay
you
for it?
kill him?
I was like, dude, you're crazy. And then I put a Dead or Alive 2 poster over the hole, which is still there to this day.
What? He didn't pay for it?
He had no money.
Damn, dude. Put him on Judge Judy.
I mean, I didn't really care. It had a Dead or Alive 2 poster over it.
That's great. What character did he play with?
Link.
Link? You guys couldn't beat Link? He sucks.
Sorry, we didn't know the tier list.
Wait, who
Smash.
did you play with?
I played as Fox McCloud.
I was Sam.
Dude. Who did your friend play with?
I can't remember. Of course I was Fox, because I would just jump around and quote Star Fox 64.
Wow. You have like one of the best characters in the game. He's playing with Link, and you had an assist.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, he didn't win in the end. We won.
Fucking Pikachu was broke in that game. Pikachu and Kirby. Oh my god, it was so broke. Captain Falcon. What a good game. Good times. What at Apex, did they play Brawl?
Brawl and Melee. And the original. All three.
Wow, okay. I hate Brawl. I like the first two though.
I like Melee. I also like when people have hygiene. They don't. Sorry. Calling it the Smash community right now. The fact they have rules on hygiene is sad.
Wait, do they really?
Yeah, they have rules on hygiene when you play there. Because Smash Brothers will literally play for 24 hours straight, not shower, shit their pants. It's bad.
Wait a minute.
When we walked into
They
the room.
shit their pants?
Not literally. They just like, it's like WoW players who like fucking have this shit pan, like the episode of South Park. You remember that episode where they had the whole fucking toilet in the pan and Cartman crapped in his mom's face, and
So they
it's like
have to
they don't
bathe like once every 12 hours or what?
Yeah, what are these rules?
I don't know specifically, but I know it's gonna be bathed like once every day or two, and make sure you brush your teeth on like a basis or some shit like that. But like my friend played Smash Bros. Competitively. He's like in rule, and I'm like, wow, like they get that hardcore where they don't bathe and they just play Smash Bros. All day, and I'm just like, wow, like that's just terrible. I walked into Apex, I'm like, ooh, yeah, like it was just really fucking bad, and it was the one day of Breeze, because I usually bring my can of Breeze to dive like that. So.
That's crazy. I mean, the game is really fun.
Yeah, again, but like I bring my for Breeze because afraid I'm gonna run into that one player who doesn't take a shower on purpose to throw my game off, and I can just spray him in the eyes with a can of Febreze and beat him to death with it, so I can just by default. But like, I didn't bring it that time, and I was like, I really regret it right now. And I will say, I think most of the Smash community is furries.
Really?
Because like there or sell these winter hats, like you know how they have the animal hats with like the animal, like the wolf or the dog. Yeah. They had that with the combo with the mittens, and these guys bought them, and I'm like, it's probably cold. It's not cold outside, but they have it for the winter, whatever. But when I was eating downstairs, they're like pretending they're with the animals. They're like woof woof, arr, and me and Jer from Canada just look over to these guys, And like one of them looks at me, is laughing. I'm like, "Are you fucking serious right now?" And like his smile turned immediately. I'm like, "The fuck is wrong with you? Like, don't you have any dignity? Why are you acting like a dog in public? Like, I'm trying to eat my Subway and my peanut butter cookie, which doesn't exist on Long Island, by the way. I don't know why the fuck it's not there. But like, I just went off on a tangent. I'm like, why?" It was just so weird. And then there's some fucking 400-pound fat Albert guy in a fucking wolf hat walks down and goes, hey, I'm a fucking wolf. And I'm like, I'm done.
What the fuck?
I'm like, I'm done. I went upstairs, dude. I went back. It's like, I'm playing MK Casuals. I can't deal with this shit right now.
That's a good question. Let's say a girl asked you to wear a furry costume. Well, you fucked her. Would you?
No problem.
Would you do it?
Why is that a question?
Why is that a question?
Why? No. Why are you asking me that? That's a no. Are you kidding me?
That's a no.
Dude, get out of here.
Listen, I'm
not.
not. Because I'm not going to dress up as fucking Porky the Pig or the Dodo Bird and fuck her brains out. That's just weird.
That looks more bad to her than to you.
But dude, so you're wearing a heavy ass. Like, have you ever worn those outfits before? Because I've been a carny. I used to work in carnivals before, and I used to dress up as mascots. Those costumes are heavy and sweaty, and it's an instant turn off. Your dick is not hard in that unless you're into that shit, and it's just annoying. It's just weird. Like it's no. It's like if a girl asked me to pee on her, I'd be no. That's just weird. Can't do
I
it.
think that's a minor inconvenience as opposed to the whole picture.
So let me ask you a question. Would you dress up as a Tasmanian devil and then just stick it in some girl's ass?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
What? Yeah, why is that a question?
She's the one that her dignity is the one that's on the line. She's getting fucked by a dude in a Tasmanian devil outfit. I mean, it's not my dignity on the line. I'm fucking her.
They can't even see who you are.
Alright. I wouldn't do it unless I was paid, and if I was paid and I was a Tasmanian devil, as I'd be fucking her, I'd be like, blah, 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 blah. I would just troll her the entire fucking time. I'd be the actual character.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
But I honestly would not do it. Like, if someone just said, the girl asked me, yeah, do you want to do this? I'd be like, no, get out of my house.
I don't... So you just
I
wouldn't fuck someone for free?
And I would fuck someone for free, but not in an animal costume.
That's still free.
But you're an animal. That's weird. I disapprove of furries.
Wait. Would you fuck a girl in a furry costume if you did not know what the girl looked like?
No! You're so fucking...
If he wasn't going to do a hot girl, then why would he do a mystery girl?
Wait, am I wearing the costume or she's wearing the costume?
No, she's wearing
the costume.
Hell no, regardless. It's like, I need to see the girl. I need to feel the tits. I need to grab the ass. I need to bite her nipples. That's what I want to do. I need to smack that ass. If I'm just looking at a fur suit, I can't grab tits. I'm grabbing fur.
I'd fuck the shit out of that furry animal.
And this is coming from a Scorpion player. Hey, everyone at your might, Pimp Ouija and all you people, Scoot. This is your fucking savior right here. This is the person you look up to, a person
that is what we are put on this earth to do.
Yeah.
To spread our seed and impregnate as many bitches as possible.
We're all a squirrel trying to get in there.
At least have some dignity, man.
It's not my dignity on the line. I'm fucking the bitch, and she's in a dumbass outfit. The guy is never losing dignity when he's fucking.
I can't get off this camp. I wouldn't be able to. I'd be like, no, sorry, can't.
I don't understand why you wouldn't.
Yeah. Because I just, my body be like, limp dick. No way.
I can see how they get into it. I can see it.
Really?
Would you fuck like a Minotaur?
What is this?
A what?
Wait a minute. Dude, a Minotaur is...
That's a male.
That's a centaur. A Minotaur is the guy that's half bull.
Oh, okay. So let's fuck a centaur then.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's a woman's body. She's fucking hot. She's got perfect...
Wait a minute. No, I would not.
She's got a plump ass.
All she's got
is She's
A
got
horse's ass.
No, that's a Minotaur.
No, a centaur is a horse's bottom, dude. She's got a horse's ass.
Maybe slips into horses. You don't know. I don't know.
Think
I don't
about-
know, you people.
Which one is the one where it's like a body and just the head is like the horse or whatever?
That's a minotaur.
Okay, that's what I said the first fucking time.
So you would
But
so
don't-
creepy.
So would
Don't
you
they
find
have-
a Minotaur?
No,
But
because
they have.
it's like you're.
Everything's the same. It's just her head is a horse.
Yeah, but if I'd be fucking a girl and she had a normal girl body and she had a horse head, I feel like I'm fucking Dr. Ed. Nay, motherfucker. Like, that's just so weird. Like, I can't do
Everything
that.
feels the same. That whole thing you were saying where you wanted to grab her ass, you wanted to squeeze her tits, you could
But
still...
I also kissing, and I don't want to kiss hay.
Her lower body would have hooves and shit.
Yeah, and fucking hairy legs and shit.
I do.
Man, why are we getting into this furry conversation? Fuck Smash players and fuck this conversation. Next topic, please. This
Wait,
is
no.
gross.
Why would her legs be hooves? It was just
That
her
doesn't-
head.
Full of fucking
No,
sci-fi.
the Minotaur it's bipedal, but it has like hooves. Look, think about Idol. Idol is sort of like a Minotaur.
No, I mean his ass was of a horse though.
I looked it up.
No.
A Minotaur does have hooves.
Yeah,
All right, what's a centaur look like? Look that up.
Motara.
Yeah,
a
that's
centaur is like Motara.
yeah, the horse body.
All right, so the Minotaur just has the hooves, but it's still got a human's ass and shit, right?
I still can't believe I'm hearing this.
Right? Does it have a human's ass?
It does. It does.
Well, okay.
But
I
it's
fucked the
huge,
shit out of that then.
dude. It's huge and
Yeah,
furry. It's
yeah.
like
It's a little weird.
a little weird. It's a lot weird.
It's a little weird, but fucking a girl in a furry costume's not alright.
I can't compare a Minotaur to a
That's
fucked
just
it.
beyond me. Can we just move on to the next subject, please? Because I'm just fucking. This is outlandish. Like, this is
I
beyond.
fucked the
This is
shit
beyond my
out of Minotaur.
What if it was? What about an amputee Minotaur?
I mean, if it's losing one of its hooves, then why not?
That is the best. That is the best thing I've heard this week. I think I'm gonna put that on my signature. Would you fucking amputee Minotaur? Thank you.
Wow.
All right, moving on.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's your bottom 5 in the game?
All right. Starting like not so bad to the worst. Kano, Nightwolf, Shiva, Striker, and Jade.
Kano? Really?
Yeah.
Why?
All the Kano. Why not? I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad character. Let me just rephrase myself. Bottom 10 isn't bad. There's no bad characters in this game. Everyone's solid. Kano's solid. Nightwolf is solid. It's just they have certain flaws. Nightwolf is too slow. He has no low confirmation, and his overhead's slow. Shiva, her big hitbox leavers us sometimes at a disadvantage, and she gets like these custom combos and shit. Just look at Chex combos. Not only that, but she's also slow. Striker, lol. Jade, Kano, really, his knives are, I guess, good. Not as good as they used to be anymore. And like, his wake up is mainly Kano ball. And if you pretty much see the Kano strategy, you just block everything, punish when you can. He just gets blown up. Like, I mean, Kano's still really good. It's just, I mean, he has the best X-ray in the game. It's free 45% damage. No one sees that shit coming ever. Ever. It's like, oh, I'm gonna jump. Oh wait, I got caught anyway. Fuck.
You don't think Baraka's worse?
No, Baraka actually have as the 12th worst character in the game. I think he's solid enough. I mean, he's slow, but like he's got a good amount of frame traps, and like he's got a pseudo hat spin, and freaking that just blade charge is ridiculous, especially the EX one. Holy
That's
shit!
Sub-Zero or Cyber Sub-Zero?
All right, here's my list. You want to hear my? Actually, I might even the entire tier list. This is all of B tier and below. B tier, Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Quan Chi, Baraka, Rain. C tier have Sub-Zero, Sub Ermac, Noobsot, Sindel, Kano, Nightwolf, Shiva, and then D tier is Striker and Jade. Although I have to move Sindel higher up because after I saw what Mr. Molina can do with Sindel, holy shit.
Yeah, I saw that on the final round tournament.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
But like everyone in this
Wait a minute, hold on. What are we talking about? What was so crazy?
These levitation cancels.
Yeah, levitate cancels is crazy, man.
What are they actually doing, though? That's what I don't understand. Everyone's just like, oh my god, the levitation cancels. What is the actual mix-up that he's getting off of it?
It's a way to continue pressure.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't have to finish the string.
Like the
he can stop
Magneto
mid-string with a cancel and then start doing it all over again.
Right.
Whereas if he didn't do the cancel, he'd just be stuck there forever.
So, I mean, how easy is it to poke out of this stuff? I mean, all of her relatively fast moves are high, correct? Like, what's her mid? What's to stop you from poking out?
It's the fact that you don't know when she's gonna stop. It's like
it's
like if she
game, like
does the whole thing, then you're gonna get hit if you try and poke out of it. But if she,
what happens if you try to poke out and you're wrong? How much damage are you taking?
Like if she has meter, anywhere between 30 to 40%.
So she has to cancel into the screen.
I believe so. Like, I mean, K7 saw more than I did. I just saw one thing. I'm like, I don't want to watch this shit. This is just ridiculous. My eyes did not comprehend, and I am left immediately. Like, Sindel's definitely better. Like, just ask Mr. Molina yourself. He'll just be like, share, and just give you a whole list.
You just gotta...
I mean, I'm not saying she's bad. I'm not.
Oh no, I know you're not. But you want to know why she's good, and I'm just saying, just message Mr. Molina, and then he'll explain everything. Because I'm not a Sindel person. When I see Sindel, I see Metapause. I don't see anything else. So if you want to know details about Sindel, message Mr. Molina. Like,
he had some new stuff, some innovative stuff. I wish he was going to final round. He's not going to be able to go though.
Yeah, I saw that.
Be able to. If I can go, I can play Conqueror. But if not, I'll be going to Power.
Oh, you're gonna go to Power Up?
It depends. If I don't go to final round, I'm going to Power Up.
All right. Oh, that's cool. Power Up will be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. I have a new game. We all know the name game. This is called the prediction game. And what I'd like you to do, Hito, is I'm going to read some matches, and you have to immediately, without thinking, say who's going to win.
This is a good game.
Yeah, this is going to be good.
All right. This is going to be good.
All right. First up. Remember, you can't buffer this. It has to be immediate. PL versus CD Junior.
Who are they using? Remember, if PL uses a bunch of characters, so does CD Junior. You have to be more specific.
Fuck, I don't know.
Raiden versus Jax.
You're thinking.
No, I'm not. My mind is a complete blank right now, actually. I have to say right now, CD Junior. I haven't seen enough of PL's Raiden besides Frosty Faustings. I have to see more of his Raiden before I can get a final opinion on it.
Alright. CD versus 16-bit.
Wow, you're really putting me against this?
Dang.
Oh my god, damn. Well, I have to rep my family, so CD Junior, not CD. Sorry.
Can't blame you for that.
Yeah, I have
That's
to rep
cool.
my freaking son, man.
Alright.
Makes sense.
Slips versus KT Smith.
Damn.
That'd be a good match.
Yet again, I gotta support VSM, man. It's KT.
You see the pattern?
Well, he's gotta pick his own guy.
Yeah.
What kind of game is this? He's gonna always pick his own people.
Think that through.
You gotta ask him,
Ask two outsiders that he doesn't have to be
Right.
biased towards.
I got
Yeah, word.
I got one. Brady versus Mr. Molina.
Who versus who?
Let's say Smoke versus Sindel.
Wait, he uses smoke?
He might.
No. Give me someone who acts, man. Don't might shit. It's 9 game. It's not a guessing game. There's no 50-50s. I need to know.
Well, Sub-Zero.
Let's say he's playing
Sub-Zero.
Wade.
Sub-Zero. Well, he says Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero versus Sindel.
All right, Sub-Zero.
Mr. Molina. Dang. Think about it. Noob Saba gives Sub-Zero problems. Sindel's a better zoner. Imagine what she can do.
I agree.
Sub-Zero. That's just fucking destructive.
Alright, 16-bit Slips, you pick a match.
How about Pig of the Hut versus M2 Dave?
Pig of the Hut.
Damn.
Cyber Sub versus Freddy. You just dive kick on them all day. Freaking zoners. Anybody with a dive kick destroys zoners. Like Noob Saibot's bad matchup with Cyber Sub-Zero and Kung Lao because they have dive kicks. You throw out anything, they just dive in on you and get you every time. And Cyber Sub-Zero has enough tech when it comes to like his up close game to blow up Noob sometimes. Same thing with Kung Lao. So like it was worse the same thing with Freddy because Freddy actually has a worse time dealing with people up close than Noob does. Noob actually stand a chance.
What does Noob have up to get out of pressure?
Well, besides, like, you know, if the move is slow, he can up me out of it. It's mainly his down 3. Like, this will be my guide. But, you know, mad people will be like, oh, down 3 into throw and stuff like that for mix-ups and stuff like that. He's got some overheads where, you know, you'll be like, oh, down 3, and then do 2 and 2, up knee. Up knee's +4 on block and pushes away. If they block it, you can do one of 2 things. If they try to jump, up knee again, and try to confirm into a dash in 1-2 for further guessing games, or you can just throw out a slide and end it so they're further away. Or if they try to do anything, you could throw out a tackle and then it just ends the mix-up right there. You can also go for another down 1 into back to 1-4, which goes for the overhead if they start respecting the 2-1-2. So they get hit with the overhead and you can end with tackle or teleslam. If you end with teleslam, you're also advantage on hit, so you can continue your mix-up and rushdown game with Noob. And you can go for like down 4s after that. It's basically just all like Noob's like offense is really just a guessing game. So like it's just weird. Like, I mean, it works for other characters like that too, but he's only based on that. Otherwise, that's it.
Okay.
I've like Noob has no comeback potential, and there's matches at VSM where I have like 10% health and I haven't even touched the guy. I've gotten back with mix-ups and I get him in the combo for X-ray in its game, and I'm like, good games. And people are like, what the fuck? I just mix them up. That's all it is. That's how Noob gets out of shit, but that's all he's got. Like other characters have like, you know, plus on string, you know, like moves like, you know, Reptile into EX dash. Noob doesn't have that. He has that with Upney, but it pushes him back. So you actually have to dash in and guess whether they're gonna fucking like, you know, do like a Superman or an X-ray to stop you, or it's basically you have to take risk to rush with Noob. It's like, you know, it's risky, but it works. So I mean,
what about Detroit Ballin versus Perfect Legend?
That's good.
That is good.
Good.
I have to say Detroit Ballin because, like I said, I haven't seen enough of Perfect Legends rating right now. And like Shang Tsung isn't much of a zoner; he's more of a trap character. And you know, okay, he has a 1-frame trap. He's also -9. I mean, he takes 19 frames to recover, and that opponent will turn around and. So basically, he's basically has 14 frames to recover. So if he's trapping him and he teleports out of it, Shang has 14 frames to punish rating because of it. If he's not blocking, and if he's on the offense, he's not going to be blocking, so he'll get him with a full combo. So Who knows? This is just me theory fighting again because I don't know much about like, you know, that matchup, so I wouldn't know. But I'd say Detroit right now.
What about Tyrant versus Pig of the Hut?
Tyrant's fucking good.
Yep.
I have to say Tyrant. He's very aggressive to the point where he'll make you make bad decisions due to him being so aggressive, and you get blown up for it. And the fact that he does that one string where he whiffs the grab, because no matter if you whiff it or not, you're at advantage. So he'll whiff it, and if you don't block the next attack, you eat the comp.
What about Morty versus Dizzy?
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I'd like to see
Morty.
that.
Morty. Just because Sonya's onion rings is actually a more effective zoning tool than Nickelodeon gag. So, like...
I think...
Gag.
I think Dizzy's getting really good.
No, Disney is a very good John Cage player.
Especially at getting through zoning. I don't think he gives a shit about onion rings.
True.
We'll see.
But then again,
we'll see. I think it would be awesome.
It would be a nice fight. I would like to watch that. I love Dizzy.
I think whenever it's a rushdown character versus a rushdown character, the better rushdown character wins.
Yeah, and Sonya is technically the better rushdown character because since didn't Johnny Cage's like Kool-Aid Cake get nerfed or some shit?
Yeah, they.
You think?
You mean the Shadow Kick?
Sonya has better rushdown than Johnny Cage?
I disagree.
Honestly, is the only reason I say that because like Johnny Cage's like shit got nerfed for him to get in, so it's harder for him to get in on zoners. Although maybe Dizzy knows how to get around the zoning, but just because of that cartwheel, man, full armor, and if you have the meter, which you will with Sonya, you'll get in and just be like destructive.
Yeah, that's
Good
true.
point. Interesting.
I mean, every 4-3, he has to think about that EX cartwheel.
Yeah,
It's true. It's a good point.
I don't know. I guess we'll see it final round.
yeah.
I want to talk about Dizzy for a minute. On Wednesday, I went to Chicago to play in the GGA tournament on Thursday. And so I go to his apartment on Wednesday, and we're playing casuals. And he's blowing me up. Like, bad. And I think this is the saltiest I've ever been. Like, when I get salty, Slips turns into the Incredible Hulk. He starts yelling and throwing a fit. Where I go the opposite. I start acting like a little girl. Like, I start crying and feeling sorry for myself.
I'm the same way, but I also get angry. I'm just like, roar.
I'm almost about to literally cry.
You're
but
depressed.
I mean,
You're depressed.
I get really whiny.
Are you the guy who's like, I'm so bad at this game. What the fuck? I'm shitty. That's how I am.
Yeah. I'm going to get blown up at final round, and like, I'm so bad. I was never actually that good. Like, all my critics were right, and Kitana's not, and I started going on and on about how Kitana's not very good, and I had quotes like, this is 6-4 in Cage's favor, and she's bottom 10, and the classic, Kitana is just not a tournament viable character. And he's trying to comfort. Yeah. He's trying to comfort me. He's like, no, dude, I think you're just really tired. It's just a bad night. And it's like, I'm giving him no credit, too. Like, I'm not like, you're outplaying me. I'm like, oh, God. Johnny Cage blows up Kitana. Like, she needs buffs, man. You don't understand. And he's all like, it's going to be fine. Like, you just want a major. Like, what more do you want? And it's like, so I start sending Slips all these texts. Could you describe the texts?
I have the texts. So on Wednesday, February 1st at 7:40 p.m., I get a text from 16-bit. I'm getting blown up by Dizzy. It's bad. I don't know what to do. I'm about to, and then like 10 minutes later, I'm about to commit suicide. And I just put LOL. I'm like, what's different? What do you mean? It's like, he's doing everything right. Never jumps, throws in the right spots, never tries to counter poke, just waits till I get to the corner. It's so bad. This FOKO, this fake out kick stuff blows.
That's like, to context, hold on, for the context, I had this new technology with fake out kick that I was really pumped up about. So that's what I'm saying. This stuff blows.
He's like, this fake out stuff blows too. I get blown up way too much. I'm just like, so he's just turtling? He's like, dude, Kit is bad. Yes, he just doesn't give a fuck. And when he does get in, I'm dead. This 4-3 thing is insane. He just eats like 6 throws. So I'm trying to give him reason, like, so make him eat a few throws and then run away till time runs out. I'm like, why try and and take his whole life bar down with throws. He's like, every feint equals back to the corner. And I'm like, then square wave out and just repeat. He's like, he blows it up half the time. He's really good at it. I'm like, with what? Since when can Johnny Cage do something about square wave? He's like, down 4 or back 3. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, it was bad. It was hilarious.
So then, I go to bed, I'm even sleeping on it. I wake up in the morning, and he's getting ready for work. And I'm laying on the couch, and I'm still crying about it. And it's like he's standing at the doorway, still trying to comfort me. And so picture me laying on the couch under this blanket, going, "Oh my God, I have to get a new character. She can't compete anymore. It's over."
That's how I am.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to get a new character if I want to beat these guys. My life is over. I'm never gonna get my career in line. And people are like, "What the fuck are you even blabbing about, Hito?" I'm just like, I'll never get married. I'll just go on a tangent. Like, it's just really bad, dude. Like,
so
God.
To comfort me, he's like, "Look, when I win the tournament tonight, I won't pop off on you. Like, I'll be nice about it."
Damn.
Wow.
I went on to win the tournament.
Ugh. That's terrible.
It was really close, though. He made me really nervous. He was salty, too. What am I supposed to let him win because he blew me up in casuals?
I mean, you've had a good record against him. He always takes it in stride. The one time he beats you, you get all emo about it. I mean,
yeah. You do too, man. You get all mad.
Wait,
I don't get emo. I just get mad.
You were
Mad,
feeling
yeah.
what Tom Brady feels. You felt the Brady rage.
Yeah, maybe you are the new Tom Brady.
You are.
Man.
That's why you're Hollywood now.
Hollywood.
How have I gone Hollywood? If I was Hollywood, I wouldn't have told that story.
I don't know.
Hollywood.
Yeah, how have I gone Hollywood?
I don't know. It's something, I don't know.
It's just your attitude.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean? What does Hollywood mean?
Yeah, what does it mean? Please inform me as well, because I'm lost.
You know, I was in a stream the other night.
Mm-hmm.
There was quite a bit of 16-bit hate going around.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you've heard of this guy. He's a Kitana player. Some say he might be better than you.
Oh.
Okay.
Conqueror?
Great 106.
Oh.
Now,
Yes.
Now, he says that he ran into you online.
Mm-hmm.
You played some matches.
No, we didn't. We have never played.
Okay. And,
So basically, this is the whole, that dude who said he played Perfect Legend on PS3 when he doesn't own one, that guy.
No.
I don't know.
No.
But he basically said 16-bit was an asshole to him.
Well, I disagree. From my perspective, look, alright, here's the story, okay?
So, yeah.
So this guy sends me messages, and he's like, "Why are you ducking me?" or something. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, I talked to you on Twitter. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. But I was like, alright, whatever. I mean, I get a lot of tweets. Maybe I did ignore them.
Wow, hella arrogant.
But dude, I have a million followers.
I get a lot of
Hollywood.
Tom Brady, Hollywood 16-bit.
Small potatoes.
Small potatoes.
So I sent him a message, and I'm like, alright, like, I was playing boys, or someone like this. Something was going on. I was like, I'll play you in a little while. And he says, and this is the exact wording, I texted you how unbelievably arrogant this was. So you can back me up on this. He goes, "I want to play you because I've seen you on stream and you look decent."
Wow.
That is not what you want to say to someone as a compliment.
Wait, when was this? Was this after SCR?
This was after Devastation.
Okay.
So I have placed 5th at the biggest tournament in the world. And I placed 3rd at Devastation. And he's saying, you seem decent.
Wow.
If you want to butter me up, saying you seem decent is probably not the way to butter me up. I'm not saying you have to butter me up, just...
Butter.
Actually, I am. I'm lying. You should butter me up if you want to play.
Butter that beard.
But that wasn't bad enough. And I'm like, I said something like, okay, like that's kind of weird. Like I didn't know, maybe he just, what does that mean? Like, I don't know if that was an insult or if like...
He's just challenging you, dude.
Well, yeah, so I'm like, okay. And then he goes, something to the effect of, he's like, I'm going to teach you offense because I know everything about Rushdown Kitana.
So he's going to show us how to play Kitana.
And I'm thinking, how fucking arrogant is this? And maybe he does. I mean, I'm not known as the Rushdown Kitana guy, so maybe his Rushdown is better than me. But don't message me and brag about it. How condescending is it to go, look, I've seen you on stream. You know, when you were at top 8 in the biggest tournament in the world, I saw that, and you look decent, but I'm going to show you how she really plays. How am I supposed to respond to that? That's not the way that you talk to someone that you want to spar with. Like, if you genuinely want to, like, work together, hey, I play Kitana, and let's work together, that's not how you go about it, dude. You don't go, hey, why are you ducking me? And then when I go, all right, hold on, I'll play you. Then you don't go, yeah, you seem okay, and I'm going to teach you how to be better. So I'm like, look, I don't want to deal with it. We all know how online works. You play these guys, and, you know, they get a couple wins, then they leave, and they talk shit, and, you know, I don't want to deal with that. So I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Laugh out loud. And I'm just thinking, I don't want to deal with this guy. And he sends a message.
All right, go ahead. Go on.
He sends a message back saying, he insults me. He flat out, he's like, all you do is fans. That doesn't take skill. You're not good anyway. Fuck you or whatever. You think you're better than online players because you think you're so elite because you play offline. And I'm thinking, what? I'm the guy that's on stream talking about how good Triple Boys is. I've put over how good Forever King is. Like when have I ever disrespected I play online. I play online more than I play offline. So basically it seemed obvious to me that this is one of those guys who has a chip on his shoulder. He assumed I'm some elitist. He assumed I'm some Hollywood offline player. And let's keep it real. He wanted to come and blow me up so he could brag about it. It's obvious. And Slips, I texted you, I knew that he was going to deny this, so I saved the messages. Unfortunately, it's been like 6 months, so they're not, I don't have them anymore, but that is exactly what he said. I will stand by that. He was the one that was arrogant. He was the one that was an ass. I will 100% stand by that. And months later, in the MKU chat, he's going, oh, he doesn't, why are you mad at me? And I'm like, dude, come on. And it was a misunderstanding. I think those messages he sent are pretty clear. There was no misunderstanding.
I think he was trying to entice you to play him.
That's the wrong way to do it.
Hype through salt.
That's the wrong way.
Can be. Sometimes it works.
So you're not really expecting CD to get casual games in with you, right?
No.
Okay.
It's going to be the money match, and that's it.
No, I expect CD. I expect Crazy Dominican probably wants to blow me up. I'm sure he does.
Oh my god!
He said he did.
Right. So that's fine. I mean, it's two serious players. It's serious business.
You are kind of guilty in a sense in the same crime. You see how CD Junior plays, and you pretty much say, I let me teach you Runaway Kitana, is what you pretty much say.
I don't blame CD Junior for defending his brother and all that. I don't blame them for
he has to. It's his brother.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's war, man.
Roar.
Let's talk about. Let's talk about.
Hold on. I'm not done with this. Right. But we're talking about online casuals. This is different. CD and I aren't going to play fucking online casuals for funsies. We're rivals. We're going to go to war. We're going to meet in the field of battle at final round, like men. Like fucking gladiators.
Yeah.
Okay? Gladiators. It's serious. This dude
American Gladiator.
This dude's coming at me with the chip on his shoulder over online casuals. If he wanted to play online casuals, or if he had one stuff that he wanted to show me, or whatever the case, he went about it the wrong way.
I agree.
Slips, how would you feel if someone goes, I've seen you on stream and your Scorpion's decent, but you should play me because I can show you how you really play Scorpion. And you go, okay, dude. And he goes, you offline elitist, you think you're better than me when you did. I literally said, okay, LOL. And I get this rant about, look, I understand there's a lot of offline players that don't respect you guys. I'm not one of them. So don't take it out on me because you want to prove that you're, like, good online or whatever. Maybe you are, man. But now we'll never know because I don't want anything to do with you. If you had been cool and I had played you, I would have come on this podcast and said, just like Triple Boys or any of those other guys online, I would have come on this podcast and said, hey, there's a Kitana player online who's really good. Everybody should check this guy out. Instead, you came at me with a chip on your shoulder, and I don't want to play you online. I don't want to have anything to do with you.
I remember
don't come at me and say it was a misunderstanding. You know how you came at me, man. That's disingenuous. And that makes it even worse. If you had said, you know what, I called you an offline elitist, and that was, I didn't know that you actually aren't like that. I apologize. Don't go, I think we had a misunderstanding. No. You take responsibility for the way you came at me if you want to get casual games in. Otherwise, fuck off.
Damn. I like it.
I think I'm in the right. I say it was because I think I'm in the right. And I think a lot of people, I don't understand what I did wrong.
I told him I was going to ask you. He was like, go ahead, ask him. So that's your point of view?
Yeah, I think I'm totally in the right.
I can relate. I remember in Tekken DR Online.
Wow.
I was number one. I was ranked number one in the fucking country on DR Online, and I was regulating shit. And I had the highest percentile, the highest win percentage. I was the only one that had a win percentage in the 90th percentile. And I stopped playing after a while because DR was kind of dying, and I was just pretty much done with it. And this new guy came out, this guy named Ziggy Field or something, and he was regulating. He was regulating everyone. He was playing with Marduk, and he was playing really cheap online Marduk, and it was really cheap. And I played him one time, and we played a first to 5, and I beat him 5-2, and that was that. And I just kind of went away again. But he eventually overtook my spot, and I went online and I was playing. And I remember HD Remix, and the guy just starts blowing up my mailbox. He's like, "You were never, you're not the best, online player. I am. Blah blah blah. You're trash. Let me show you how to play on, all this shit." And I'm just like, dude, I haven't played the game in 6 or 7 months here, and I'm probably rusty as fuck. I don't care. And if you want me to play you, it's not going to be by talking shit, because I already know I'm out of shape. I already going to go into the expectation that I'm probably going to lose, because you're obviously much more passionate about this than I am. So if you want me to play, you got to be cool about it.
Exactly.
You gotta be humble. I know your ego's flying off the chain because you're blowing everyone up. But if you want to play something, the best, or someone who used to be the best, you gotta pay some homage and show some respect, and then they'll play you. I bet you wouldn't see fucking. What's a good example? If young Mike Tyson wanted to fight, Apollo Creed or something. Or not Apollo Creed, Muhammad Ali. He wouldn't be talking shit to Muhammad Ali. He'd have to show homage. Muhammad Ali wouldn't just play some young punk who's, in his prime and shit. You gotta give some respect to your elders, is all it is. Give some respect to the people that have already accomplished their name.
Let's talk about the
Hold on.
5-on-5.
So is that dude coming to final round?
He might be. I don't know. I think
What was his case? What does he say I did?
he said that all he wanted to do was share Kitana tech with you, and that he offered to do this, and you were an asshole to him. That's all I know.
Fuck it, he's not even that important. Who cares? He
Lot
sounds like a baby dick to me.
A lot of people are like, man, he's the nicest guy, you know? He has a reputation for...
I've heard that too. Dink also vouched that he's a nice guy.
He's Dink's boy.
Everyone that I tell this story to says it's not his character. But all I can say is, I mean, that's the messages I got.
That's why I had...
That's all I can go with.
We had to hear it from the, from you.
So what was the next, thingy topic?
The 5 versus 5.
Yeah.
Hito, can you give us any hints on VSM's 5-man team?
Oh, well, I can tell you I'm not in it, so...
Well, gotta have Rio, right?
Pig, Rio, and I are working through the details now. Alright, people don't know. It's my team versus Rio's team. And it's going to be on Saturday afternoon, probably around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And I know he's already said it's going to be Rio, the 3 brothers, and then they haven't picked their 5th yet. And then my team will be myself, Dizzy, Slips, and 2 mystery partners.
Where is this? Where's this taking place?
This is at final round.
Definitely KT Smith will be the 5th one. Definitely.
You think? What about Ryu 48?
If KT isn't show, it's either between KT or Ryu, one of the two. I'm not gonna be in it. Scoot's not gonna be in it.
What if it's Brady?
Whatever.
What if it's what? What?
Tom Brady.
How do you know he's not one of my mystery?
Come
partners?
on, dude.
He talks to Brady. You never
He's not
know.
Talking to you.
How do you know?
I know.
Now, I'll say this. My mystery partners, I'm going to announce them next week on this show.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm calling it now. Perfect Legend is one of them.
And I want to give a couple hints. First off, I will just say right off the bat, it is not Carl. It is not Perfect Legend. Secondly, they are not
for Legend.
Well, that'd be awesome if he turned on you guys.
That would.
Secondly, they are not from the Midwest.
Wow.
And the third hit is that both of them have history and a reason to team with me against VSM.
Wow.
Did you get fucking what's his name, Base or whatever his name is? The 2 fucking assholes. I don't know if you know about this guy. Nah, never mind. Fuck it.
I have no idea what you're talking about, so the answer is
I'm
no.
delusional right now. It's 4 in the morning. Shut up.
I have a feeling that when I announce my 2, it's going to be considered a game changer. I think when I announce them, Rio is going to say, damn, what did I get myself into?
I have a question. Are they on the NFG top 20 list?
They might be, and they might be pretty high.
Wah wah.
Stay tuned. I want to hear speculation, too. I want people to get riled up. I want to hear what you think. I know everyone thinks it's PL, and it's not.
Oh, sure.
I mean, there's plenty of candidates.
If you got Brady, it'd be so tight.
There's a lot of candidates.
There's a wild guess. I'm going to throw it out there. The Michelin Man and Santa Claus.
That would be pretty tight, man. Michelin Man's cool.
Yeah, he's round.
What if one of them is CD Jr.?
So, like, he turned on his own team?
WO.
Yo.
Or would he, like, work double duty? Like, he'd be Jax on our side and Smoke on their side?
Yeah.
It is not.
Morty
It is insane.
Actually, not even Morty
Not one of the.
Definitely one's from is Detroit Ballin'. Definitely.
It's Foxy Grandpa.
Yes, Foxy is fine and to be on a 5-on-5.
Yeah.
And there'll be money on the line. It looks like it's going to be $20 for each of us. Everyone's going to throw in $20.
It's Kerbalicious.
Damn.
That guy's a joke.
Did you hear he got DQ'd from that from that tournament last night?
Yeah.
What? Why?
He lagged out and then he just quit.
He lagged out.
He's from all the way from fucking Crumpville.
He was complaining about his connection.
Yeah.
What?
And then Pig DQ'd him. It was sweet.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, was he about to lose or what? Like, what's the
No, he
deal?
lost to Milky Situation.
Okay.
That guy's good.
Yeah, he's real good. And then that was his last match.
So then, he got DQ'd just for complaining?
You can't complain.
He had connection
Online.
issues, and Pig was like, "We're moving on without you."
Too bad.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like Pig. He's a
That's
cool.
online
Now-
tournament, man.
We got to give props to Pig for running that tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool. It was very fun. I think Pig deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore of MK.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
For his work for Final Round, I think he deserves it.
Well, who is it then? You have to have Tom.
Okay, you got Tom.
Yeah.
This is just four
Yeah,
heads,
every-
right?
Yeah.
Right. You have to have Rio up there.
Rio, Perfect Legend. Pig.
Yeah. What about CD Jr.? I think Rio should represent player base.
Yeah, CD Jr. doesn't really, I don't know, promote the game enough. Not like Pig. Like, he has made Final Round into a huge deal.
It's true. He's done a really good job.
Alright, wait, go ahead. What was that?
How come you don't have? How come you don't like Raiden in your top 5?
Me?
Yeah.
I put him like 6.
Oh. Still.
He's top 10. I mean, I'm no rating expert. I think he's good. I just don't think he's as good as people say he is. Like, I feel like after a while, people are gonna find shit out against him, like 16-bit set with Kitana, and he's gonna drop a little bit. That's what I
don't
think.
see how you can go wrong with a 1-frame teleport.
Minus it's 19 frames of recovery. A lot of things can punish it. You can't really use it in mid mix up like pressure streams because it's unsafe as fuck. His 334 is 0 frames. His 424 is 0 frames. His back 312 is actually minus enough where you can actually kind of poke out of it. So most of his shit is 0. Well, if you just end it with a
Wait
teleport,
a minute. Hold on. I got a question. Who actually pokes out of that strain?
you'd be surprised.
I mean,
Rio could put Rio and other people anticipated. They respond with either an armor move or they get the fuck out of it. I'm like, yo, I'm not using this string of pressure anymore, and I don't.
But I mean, wouldn't that open up the fact that you can blow them? I mean, why not just do back 1 or back 3-1, then stop, then you get a full combo punish?
No, it's more of back 3 and they do it, and
Yeah,
back
it's
3
after
is
back
really
3
minus.
when
They
Right, yeah, sorry, back 3. I mean,
No, back 3 is more back 3-1-2 or back 3-1. Like, it's really used for slow recovery. So as soon as I do back 3, they're like, oh, remove. I'm like, wow, fuck. Because there's a huge gap in between each link they can just fucking get out of.
there's a
It's
lot of
weird.
strings like that, though. That goes for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know, but like that is like the easiest one to get out of, though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that's not a bad streak. I'm just saying like I just think like you know what I mean like he's really good because his basically entire game is just 50-50s. Is he's gonna do this, he's gonna teleport, is he gonna try to turtle me out? He basically is get the life lead, turtle. That's it.
I
Fuck
still
it.
haven't seen anyone punch that teleport.
Right. What is it, 13 or 14 frames that you have? 13. I think it's 13.
It's 14, but yeah. Because it takes 5 frames for the opponent to turn around before you can start punishing again.
Right. It feels like it's another Kitana ass situation where everyone's talking. Oh, I punished that. That's so easy to punish. And then you watch the match videos, and where is it happening?
Well, like, I mean, I haven't fought PL's Raiden. I don't think I'll ever will. I don't think I'll ever get to that point. I mean, I'm just downing myself right now, but whatever. I'm too tired to give a fuck. I ran out of fucks to give. But, like, when I usually fight Raidens, and they do some block strings, and as soon as I see the teleport, like, the beginning flash, I let go block. I'm fully turned around when they're, kind of done, and I get 2-on-2 every time with Noob. When it comes to my really bad matchups, or I know about the matchup, I try to pay attention as much as possible. Like, my eyes are glued to the fucking screen. Like, it's like I'm on fucking ADD medication. I'm just like, I gotta fucking focus. You know,
what if he teleports and does a down 3?
Wait, what?
If he teleports and does a down 3. I mean,
but if I respond with a down 3, mine will come out faster than he does because he takes a while to recover. 14 frames of recovery versus a 7-frame poke.
So you're saying you are punishing the teleport?
You can punish teleport, yeah. I mean, like, but you have to see it coming. If you're just blocking and he just does it, like, unexpectedly, obviously you can't punish it every time. You can punish it every time. But if you see the teleport coming, you can punish it.
I strongly disagree. But that's just me.
That's just you. I mean, I feel you can punish. I'm not no Raiden expert. I just picked up Raiden. I haven't been playing MK. I mean, I could be wrong. Like, 16-bit says, like, oh, I think this doesn't work, but people have proven me wrong. People have proven me wrong, too.
I could even punish it with a down 1. Like, when I was trying to test it. Like,
that's weird. What were you blocking? Because if you're just blocking...
I'm just sitting there, and I'm trying to punish it on reaction, and it wasn't happening.
That's weird, because according to, the frame data and me testing it, I was able to punish it with pokes. That's just weird. I don't know.
You can definitely punish it with the down 1 if you're not blocking. I mean, I've done that many, many times.
Yeah, or down 3.
I'm exaggerating. Down 1, yes, right. But that was it. Like, I tried a down 4, and that wasn't happening.
I think what I don't buy as being very viable is punishing into a full combo that people talk about. Like, people expected me to see the teleport and then 2-1 lift. It's a minus 13, 13 frames of recovery. Standing 2 is 11 frames. I don't know.
No, I'm saying, obviously, it's fucking hard, but I'm saying just the predictable teleports. Like, oh, I'm full screen, I'm going to teleport. I saw that fucking coming a mile away. Like, those ones, I'm saying. I mean, you can still do it if you see it coming mid-pressure string. Like, Rio's done it to me. I played against fucking CD Jr. with my Raiden, and, he saw the teleport coming mid-pressure string, and he punished me with a full combo. I'm like, yo, that's fucking nuts. Like, it's just, I don't know. I mean, if it's been done to me, and I'm trying to take what PL did with Raiden, and I'm trying to apply it to my game, although, like I said, I've been playing, and doing it on me, then something's up with the teleport, or maybe just something's wrong with that copy of the game. Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe I'm hallucinating. Who knows? I could be wrong. Like I said.
You're not the only one that's saying this. Me and Slips are kind of the only ones on the other side, actually.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, it's not always about the frame data. It's also about human reaction too, and some people react mad slowly. So I mean.
All right, Hito, you work at GameStop?
Don't remind me, please.
So I have a question for you. What is the dumbest customer you've ever dealt with at GameStop?
That's such a hard question to answer. I have to think.
What's the dumbest question you've been asked?
I have to think. Oh, I can give you a list. Guy walks in. You guys have Mario Party? You guys have Mario Fantasy 7 for the X Cube?
Mario Fantasy.
Next question: the Nintendo DS plays DS games. The Nintendo 3DS plays the DS games, but does the DS play the 3DS games? No. Why not? How would Nintendo make money off of that? I don't get it. You're useless. What else? Are you guys open? The door's unlocked. Obviously, we're open. Pick up the phone. Hello, thank you for calling West Hempstead GameStop, where we buy, sell, and trade used games. This is Mario speaking. How can I help you? Is this West Hempstead GameStop? Yes. Are you guys open? Yes. Are you sure this is GameStop? Hang up. Or here's another one. Kids who finally into Dragon Ball Z again. I was wondering. I'm playing Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi, and I can't unlock Majin Buu. How do you do that? Click. What else? Fucking I'll get a person trading in an Xbox, coffee stains, chipped up, or Red Ring of Death. I can't take it in. Why? It's broken. So we can't take it back. What if I fixed it? I know it's broken, sir. I know who you are. Or you got those fucking people who they talk at me. They talk at me then rather talk with me type of thing. If you know what I'm getting. They come, I'm by a ghetto neighborhood, so you got people coming in, yo, you gonna hook me up with a deal? Yo, how much for that controller? $54.99, sir. How about $20? I got a wife and kids to feed, man. Come on, man, I got children. Well, get a better fucking job, you dumbass. Get out of my store. The fuck? Or, people coming in and going, why is there really a lot of bad games on the Wii? Get out of my store. That's such an obvious... I get so many obvious questions that the people just need to leave my store and stop talking. I have these two dudes that come into my store all the time. They fucking smell like a wet dead dog, and they always make fun of the PS3 for not being the 360. So they make fun of the PS3 for having a less than 5% chance error rate, while the Xbox still has a 40 to 50% chance of getting the Red Ring of Death. They constantly make fun of me for being a PS3 fan, yet they don't shower. They're worse than Smash Bros. Players. The other day, they came in for 5 minutes left. The whole store smelled like them. I had to run down the block to the 99-cent store. I bought a Glade air spray. It was lavender and lilac. I remember that smell. And I fucking murked the store with it. It smelled so heavenly. I had to open the door and let everything out. I was like, yo, those motherfuckers stunk up the place. What else do I have? You got your typical bro gamers that come in. Yo, man, I Call of Duty. Can you help me get a new game? I like Call of Duty. How about Borderlands? It's a really good first-person shooter mixed with some RPG elements. It's kind of like Diablo in the sense where you can get random weapons and not two weapons are alike. And you go on quests and stuff. Yeah, it doesn't look like Call of Duty. It's too cartoony. I like Call of Duty. Call of Duty. What about Battlefield? Yeah, it doesn't say Call of Duty on the name. Call of Duty. Call of Duty. I can't stand people like that who only play Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed. They need to die. They need to just drop off the face of the earth. And now I'm starting to hate fucking Skyrim players because they come into my store expecting every RPG to play like Skyrim. And I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. That game doesn't play like Skyrim. And they're like, oh, how come Skyrim is the best game ever? It's got Viking music and axes. Yeah, you know what else has axes? What? Dark Souls. And it's a much fucking harder game. And it's more enjoyable. I'm a fan of the Elder Scrolls series. But holy shit, the bandwagon on Skyrim players, it's fucking absurd. And it's making me I hate people. The fuck.
Wow.
No wonder
you have a lot
of rage pent up.
Dude, it's just because you work in retail and you have to deal with this shit all the fucking time. And this is the thing that makes me rage the worst. It's when fucking families come in, the mom and dad and the baby's 3. I'm trying to buy my son a DS. How old is he? He's sitting right here on the stroller. You're gonna buy that drooling stack of shit a DS. Yeah. You realize he's gonna drool all over it and get fucking Reptar cereal on the fucking keyboard, the fucking D-pad, right? And they're like, yeah, but he's really good at playing Mario. Any motherfucker's gonna play Mario. You just mash the fucking A button, you jump over shit. That's all it is. And they're like, oh, and then I give him a DS for an example, and he puts it in his mouth, and I look at the parents, and I'm like, wow, get out my store. Your baby's useless. Get the fuck out. I just can't deal with that shit. Or the worst day to work is Sunday, because everyone fucking comes in with their trade-ins, and these people come out of nowhere, Florida, Guam, Cuba, Mars, and shit. They come to my store, and they trade in so many games. I've never even seen some of these Wii games before. My Neighborhood Block Party, Cake Mania, Teacup Adventures. The fuck is this? Are you kidding me? No wonder the Wii sucks. Fuck that system. It had like all good like 10 games on it. The Metroid games, Sin and Punishment, Legend of Zelda, Punch-Out, House of the Dead Overkill, No More Heroes, No More Heroes 2, fucking Mad War, Fire Emblem, like Super Mario Galaxy, like, and then you come in with fucking like Boo Boo Kitty Fuck. Like, I don't give a shit. Get out of my store. Like, get out of here. Like, I don't want to see this shit. And Holiday is the worst too. Because we'll get people trying to steal systems, and like it's just so bad. Because like they make it so obvious that they're stealing, and I'll just wait by the door and be like, "What are you doing with the controller you just took?" Like, "Oh shit, motherfucker, dip," and they just throw the controller out and they run out the door. I'm like, "Wow, humans, God, hate them."
I used to work retail. I worked at Toys R Us for a while, and then I worked at GameStop for about a week before I got fired.
What'd you do?
And it is soul crushing.
Why did you get fired?
I really, they have those quotas, like, you gotta meet pre-orders. And I was like, fuck
they're supposed to give you fucking 3 strikes, dude. I usually lie to customers. I'm like, yeah, this new game's gonna be Call of Duty and it cures cancer, and I usually get reserved, so.
Yeah, I refuse to push pre-orders. It's annoying.
It is.
So you didn't get any pre-orders and they fired you?
I got some, but it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, and you have to get the fucking reservations with the magazine too, so like...
Yeah, that's annoying. Like, I'll push reservations if it makes sense. If someone comes in and like, hey, I like fighting games, I'd be like, well, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, that's going to be tight. Then I'd talk to them about that. But I don't want to convince some mom to buy some piece of shit game.
Oh, going back to fucking moms and shit. Like, I hate when little kids come in, they lie about Grand Theft Auto saying, oh yeah, this game teaches me how to speak Spanish and help the world economy and stuff. And a mom tries to buy it for them. I'm like, man, Mrs. Grand Theft Auto, you dumb slut. Why did you open your legs and give birth to this fucking little lying bastard that you have right next to you, to the left of you? And to the right of you is your alcoholic father. Fucking just tries to deny everything and goes out and fucking drinks himself into the back of his game says rated
really protecting a lot of these people,
Yeah.
And like the game says rated M for mature for blood and gore, intense violence, nudity, strong language, drug reference. Can't you fucking read? You have a college education. You have a fucking diploma that says, hi, my name is Mary Sue. I have the biggest fucking cunt in the world and I'm smart. Here's my fucking diploma. Now I can read. Read the fucking back of the box. Stop asking me whether this game is suitable for your kid. You should make your own goddamn decisions. This is why kids fucking get away with playing so much shit, because they're uneducated and they fucking go around kicking people's asses and they blame it on the fucking video games. No, it's the fucking parents, dude. Fuck the parents. Fuck them. They'd rather drink their daiquiris and watch fucking Jersey Shore and fucking Housewives and shit and say, hey kids, here's a dildo. Shove it up your ass, pay attention to you. Out. Like, your kids, they're not your... You don't give them food and tell them to shut up and that's the end of the day. You take care of your kid. That's how I was taking care of my mom and took care of me. When I was beat the shit out of me. Say go in the corner and play with fucking the Smurfs all day. Hell, if I was able to play with toys in the corner, or if I was put in my room in timeout, I'd fap fucking my eyes out. I would bust a nut on the walls. That's fucking amazing. You're giving me the freedom to do whatever the fuck I want. If you beat the shit out of me with a belt and I'm bleeding, then I'm not gonna do that shit anymore. If you give me free time in the corner, I'm gonna fucking rub my balls against that shit on the fucking in the wall. I'll do more bad shit, and you won't be able to do anything because you'll run out of quarterly.
Wow.
I have a suggestion for you. I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but I think it might be time to leave retail. I think it might be getting to you.
Yeah. Well, it's gotten to me, but the problem is GameStop doesn't pay enough. The reservation quota is stupid. The reserve quota is the whole pre-order shit or whatever, and the subscription shit is bullshit. But around me, this economy, there's no jobs that are hiring, so I'm stuck. It's either I quit game bills or I deal with it, and I bring out my rants through podcasts and make it funny.
I see.
I understand why you definitely love being a kid more.
I'm a happy person. I just hate humans. Like I hate a lot of stupid people. People are stupid. Like, look at the games nowadays. It's a game that tells you, oh, to advance forward, you have to walk and open a door. Thanks, asshole. Thanks for highlighting the door. I know I was at to fucking open, you dumb bitch. I know how to fucking play a game. Like, I just hate that shit. I hate how everything has got to be, like, watered down and pampered for all these fucking dumbass, immature fucking gamers think stagnant in their video games. They want everything handed to them. Everything has to be fucking given to them. Everything has to be highlighted. This isn't Detective Mode and Batman or Arkham. This is a fucking video game. Use your goddamn brain. It's a puzzle. Figure this shit out. You can't nothing in life is handed to you anymore. You have to work for that shit. But then again, in video games, fucking people are like, it's not fair when I open the door and I fall down the cliff. I wasn't able to read the English on the door that said cliff behind door. That's your fucking fault that you didn't read the goddamn sign, you fucking Momo. Like, I hate that shit. Oh god.
Did you see that parody someone made about if Quake was made today?
No.
Everybody go on YouTube and look up, it's something like modern day Quake or something like that. Somebody made.
I'll check it.
It's great. It's got, every cliche you can think of. Like, for example, the opening logos take like half an hour because there's so many studios and long CGI intros, and it's like,
Yeah.
Every little detail, it tells you what to do. Like, it's like, hit spacebar to open the door. Hit forward to walk forward. Press shoot to shoot anything. Like, you can't even do anything without, instructions. Then you fight the boss, and it's all automated. It's great. It's
I hate
dead on.
That shit, dude. It's not even fun. Like, God of War was like that, too, at a point. You can mash square, beat the game, and then when you put on a hard mode, you mash square and triangle. Oh, my fucking God. This is so complex right now. Yeah, then I go into Devil May Cry, and if you mash the same buttons, you can't get that many skill points. And then you can't level up as fast, so you have to customize your combos, you have to be unique. And then I can go into fucking combo heaven in that game. But, like, I just don't know, man. Gaming's fucking stupid. It sucks now. Like, a lot of these games are just fucking either shooters that try to be like Call of Duty, or beat-em-ups that try to be like God of War. Like the new Castlevania, for example. That game sucked.
Oh,
Lords of Shadow was garbage.
I totally agree with what you just said. All the games are these days are first-person shooters in God of War. I completely agree with that.
That's all it fucking is. And, like, let's put it this way. I collect games, and I keep them. My PS3 is almost the end of its run, because they're talking about making next-gen systems. I have, like, PS3 games, right? I have over 130 PS2 games.
You have how many PS3 games?
15. And I have 130 PS2 games.
Yeah. PS2 is a
your-
really good system.
What is your most prized, the number one game as a collector that you're most proud to own?
Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that series before. It's an RPG series.
I know the series. Yeah.
That's where my name's based off. My handle. It's from that game. The main character. Everyone in the game calls him Hitoshura because it means half demi-fiend, half demon, half human, and he gets turned into a demon, but he's also still human at the same time. So, like, I've always been obsessed with that series ever since I saw it on X-Play when Final Fantasy X lost to that game as RPG of the Year. So I was looking for the game for a while, and when I finally got it, I played it, and it was the best thing I played in ages. So I fell in love with the main character, and I'm like, you know what? If I ever become a professional, well, not professional, but like a guy who plays fighting games competitively, I want my handle to be that. My PSN is that with the 89, the year I was born at the end of it, and it's just that game is one of the most prized I own. I also own, obviously, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was one of the most prized games I've owned. I own Xenogears, fucking Persona 2, back when Persona wasn't weeaboo, pocky, Japanese jazz bullshit, like 3 and 4 were. I own Rule of Rose, is a survival horror game that blew up in price. It's like $70. It's a really weird survival horror. It's very, very good. I own fucking the Batman and Robin Adventures on the Super Nintendo. That's worth a lot of money. The one that's based off the cartoon show, which is really good. Right. I own Parasite Eve 1, Final Fantasy 7 through 9 on the PS1. I own what else do I own? I own the Fatal Frame games.
What Final Fantasy is the best?
6.
I agree.
6 is my favorite.
I always get confused. 6 is American 3, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I agree with that.
6, Kefka is the most villain in Final Fantasy history. He's an amazing lunatic. Every single character in that game is enjoyable. and it's just it was by almost win for once. Like he actually succeeded at one point, and then he loses at the end. He succeeds regardless because the world is so fucked up, and it takes a while for it to heal. But the most badass, in my opinion, the strongest is X-Death from 5.
I don't know, man. He's a living tree.
He's a living tree that controls these and crushes dimensions with a snap of his fingers. Sephiroth has nothing on that shit. No offense to Sephiroth, he's a mama's boy. Mommy, what should I do now? Like,
That's true. Still Sephiroth a tree. Even an evil tree is still just a tree.
Well, it's supposed to symbolize something in Japanese bullshit. I don't know. I was like, wow, it's a tree. Actually, for a while, I wanted to take a picture with me hugging a tree with a name tag that says, "Hi, my name is X-Death," and put that on Facebook for a while. I just never got around to do it. I'm like, I met X-Death at a convention.
Who's the hardest enemy or the hardest boss in Final Fantasy?
I'm not really big into Final Fantasy, so I can't answer that. But if you gave me hardest RPG boss, I can answer that.
What's that?
It's in a Shin Megami Tensei game. It's in Digital Devil Saga 2 and 1. 1 is there's a secret boss. You fight Hitoshura as a boss, and in the second one you fight Satan as a boss. Right? Now, even at max stats, max level, they can kill you in one hit. You have to follow a certain pattern, and it's based around luck. You have to basically manipulate the game's AI, in a sense, to try to control how he has to attack by doing the specific strategy. If you just go in there trying to play like a normal RPG enemy, obviously you're going to get your ass kicked, and you have to beat him in a certain amount of turns or fuck with his AI in a certain amount of turns. If you don't, like an unavoidable that goes past the max cap of health, where your max health is 999 and it does 9,999 and there's no avoided. So there's like certain things you have to do, and even still then you can get fucked up mistake. Like I grinded fighting Satan for like 40 hours straight trying to max these guys out, and it took me 18 tries following a guide with a calculator, a notepad, and a pen, marking down my turns and shit, and when his attack pattern changes and misses change, and it took me 18 tries to finally get perfect, and I beat him.
Wow.
Did you say you grinded fighting Satan?
Well, I grinded to fight for Satan for 40 hours.
Okay.
Like, I grinded to prepare for 40 hours. And he was a
Does
side
it actually
boss.
look like Satan? How could Satan be a side boss?
He's a side boss.
Satan be the boss?
Who's the real boss?
It's story-based.
Who could possibly be worse than Satan?
No one's worse than Satan. The final boss is a joke. You can kill it very easily when you're maxed out. You can kill him like a couple turns. But let me show you guys an image of what he looks like.
Looking at him now.
He's that blue,
like
insect-looking thing.
Yeah.
He's like insect. Yeah, that's what he looks like in SMT games. He's fucking just an asshole. Like powerful.
Was Weapon hard from Final Fantasy?
He was hard if you didn't understand the strategy. If you understood the strategy, you couldn't lose.
Oh, okay.
Like, the Ruby weapon, he would suck away two of your guys. You'd lose them. So what you would do is you'd kill them intentionally, and you'd go in with just Cloud. Then you could equip Ultima with Absorb All, so that you'd fire Ultima, and you'd do damage to him while also absorbing life, so you get all your life back. Then he would do his Ultima, and it would take you down to like one hit. Then you would do your Ultima, so you get all your life back, and so forth. And, so there was really no way to lose if you did it that way. And then...
It had to be a one-on-one fight?
Well, he at some point in the fight, he was always gonna... It was like, I think it was called quicksand or whatever, where he would suck away two of your opponents into the sand.
Yep.
So you went in with Cloud equipped with everything you would need. You'd give him all your good stuff so that he would never do that quicksand move, because you're going to lose those two people anyway.
Yep.
So it was right.
Yeah, and then... Or maybe it was Knights of the Round with Absorb. I can't... The basic idea was you do a big powerful attack, it would absorb HP and give it to you. He would do his attack that would take all but one hit of your life. You would do your attack to get all your life back, and it would just loop, and you couldn't lose, as long as you knew how to do that.
How and then there was damage to them if you had to do damage to yourself to get life back?
eventually you would probably get a character back and it'd be like...
No, I'm saying you would do Knights of the Round and it would hurt him. It'd take like 70,000 or whatever, right?
Oh, okay.
Plus it would take some of his life and give it to you. So you'd get 99999 back, right? So every time you did Knights of the Round, you'd be hurting him and you'd be getting your full bar back. Okay. And he would retaliate by doing an attack that takes all but one hit point of your life. It was like he was programmed to do that attack if you hit him hard.
Huh.
Yeah.
But since you're constantly absorbing, you get your full life back.
Yeah.
So you would just never die. He could not kill you. In an Emerald weapon, the one underwater, his main attack did damage based on how much materia you had equipped. So if you didn't equip that much materia, you could survive his one-hit kill attack. And then once you learn that you could survive it, again, you could have 3 people mining Knights of the Round. So you'd constantly be hitting him while constantly healing, and he just couldn't kill you.
Okay.
They were hard if you just tried to play normally, you'd get blown up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Alright, so what do you guys think of the new SoulCalibur? Can you do like a quick review of it?
I think it's cool.
I haven't played it.
I'm not a big SoulCalibur buff, so I mean, my opinion is so.
I want to buy it.
I've played SoulCalibur before. I played the first one, I played the second one, I played the third, I played the fourth. I thought the fourth was the best. It definitely wasn't the most balanced game, but it had the best like engine and mechanics. This game, it seems like there is a lot of moves missing from 4. And like just that alone kind of makes it less fun for me. If this is your first SoulCalibur game, I mean, I guess you don't really know what you're missing.
Like this will be my first competitive SoulCalibur game because, like, you know, C Junior picked it up, and him, Ross, Crazy Dominican, and Max are playing it. Class Squad's playing it. LSM are picking it. I'm gonna try to get into it. I have to get into it. I guess they're also their first SoulCalibur game competitive. Except Classy's also hating it because Siegfried got nerfed, moves are missing, blah 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 blah, all this other stuff. So
yeah,
I didn't know where you're coming from.
Though he literally doesn't have about 10 of his moves, and like he's got one new move, and not including. So I guess if you count the special or the super move, he's got 2 new moves. Otherwise, it's like I don't know how I'm supposed to have more fun with less moves. I've paid for a new game with less moves.
So they dumbed it down.
It's
not
like
really
they
just took what made SoulCalibur 4 broken from certain characters that were really good, and they just got rid of it and didn't change it. They said delete.
I think part of it is it had a very short development time. I think they were very, very rushed.
I think it was rushed too because I thought SoulCalibur 5 was going to come out at the end of this year, and I was like, oh, by the way, February. I was like, what, really? Sorry, January, really? Like, it was like just announced, and I was like, wow.
Right. I mean, they did a lot of outsourcing. It shows. I think the roster is... When they first announced that it was going to take 17 years after the 4, I thought, that's cool. That's going to be interesting. And look what we got. Basically... Like, all right, I play Leisha. You know, she's the Shanghua replacement, right? And it's like, they didn't even bother to give her a different idle stance. Like, when she just stands there, her animation is just copied and pasted from her mother. So 17 years have passed, and she walks exactly like her mom. She has the same moves, like, she has the same, I mean... It's basically just Shanghua in SoulCalibur 5. So what was the point? And then the worst is Alpha Patroclus. They remove Setsuka, and they give this Greek guy her moves. That is incredibly late. You know that is not what they planned. They ran out of time, and they had to remove her. There's no way... In their design document, they were like, oh yeah, we're going to have a new character, and you'll have an alternate form that has a Japanese chick's moves. That's dumb. Give me a break.
And like at least Y has his own moves. That wolf shit is so badass. He's just like and he's just like summoning fucking. Ooh, it's so cool.
Viola and him are interesting designs. It's not the whole roster. That's true.
Do you feel certain characters are really good while certain characters are really bad?
I am not enough of an expert to.
The game just came out. It's way too hard to tell.
Right.
I mean, I'm like when I'm playing with Baldo, it's like I'm playing with SoulCalibur 1 Baldo.
Wow.
Like his mana stance. I mean, it's literally the same guessing game that he had in SoulCalibur 1. Like that's how much stuff they took away.
I don't like that.
And I first saw it and I was like, I was playing it and I was like, where the hell is this move? And I went through the whole move list. I was like, this move's gone. And then I was like, where's this move? I mean, I was like, where's my A plus B move? I was like, this was his main move in SoulCalibur 4 and it's gone.
Baldo was sick in SoulCalibur 4.
I mean, I was like, what the fuck happened to my character?
So like
some of the moves that are in the game that were in SoulCalibur 4, you have to use meter for. Like, so in order to gain access to some of the moves I used to be able to do anytime I want, I have to use meter for now. I just don't get it. Like, coming from the previous games, I'm just like, what the fuck? I mean, I can't say it's a bad game because I really haven't played it competitively. It maybe the engine might be good. The problem with SoulCalibur 4 was Hildy. Yeah, she was just really fucking broken. And the game wasn't really balanced, but the engine was really good. So there was only maybe 6 or 7 characters that could really compete, and then the rest of them were just kind of eh. But
I have a question about that. Did Al Ghul really need to be banned?
No. He wasn't that
bad. What is with that community in banning?
The SoulCalibur community is terrible.
They don't like the fact you can just corner carry to the corner and just bring out in one combo.
It was the fact that it was a boss character and he's shooting projectiles in a game that has never really had projectiles before. And not just stupid Link throwing bombs or something like in SoulCalibur 2. Like these were bubbles that were hanging around on the screen, they were bouncing off walls and people were like, oh, it's random, and there's infinites, blah, blah, blah. And it just wasn't really that bad. It was just intimidating as hell looking.
Did Hildy really need to be banned? She did not win Evo.
Hildy was really fucking stupid.
Tekken 4 Gen stupid?
It was really bad.
I mean, I read that article that Jaxel, I guess, posted about the history of banning. And he made a point that, he pointed out the guy that won Evo, the Ivy player, right? He goes, Hildy, she needed to be banned because he had to go through 5 Hildy players to win Evo. And I'm thinking, dude, that means he won.
Yeah.
The fact that he beat... that is proof not to ban her.
In defense, at that point, I don't think the U.S. was really playing that seriously. I mean, it pretty much got to the point where people found out how broke Hildy was, and pretty much everyone quit playing because it was just ridiculous.
Did she go on, in France after Evo? Was she dominating? I don't follow the scene, so I wouldn't know.
I mean, France is the best in SoulCalibur, so they play it much more hardcore than we do.
And do they beat her there?
I don't know, but I think Ivy is one of the characters that cannot be wrung out. Like, the combo doesn't work on her. So that could be one reason. There's some characters it doesn't work on. Like, it doesn't work on Astroth. I don't think it works on Ivy. And so, I mean, against certain characters, it's, I guess, a tolerable matchup. Like, I play with Baldo, and if I am constantly back-turned, he can't do the ring-out combo to me. For people who don't know, Hildy was ridiculous, because if she hit you one time, she had this combo that pretty much wrung you out anywhere. And more than I would say 80% of the stages were ring-out stages. And it was just ridiculous. If she hit you one time, it was pretty much over. And it was just fucking stupid. And so that's why that game got a really bad rap, and the fact that the community was really fucking dumb. They just started banning. You can't start banning shit when it hasn't even been proven that it's been broken.
Right.
You can't, like, this whole Cyrax needs to be banned is absolutely outrageous.
They do have to fix it. They do have to fix it Unbreakable. Like, I get what you're saying. I already made a post about it. I came as if you guys seen like interviews I was in before. I was a Guilty Gear player at first, and then I went to Blaze Blue. Blaze Blue first came out. Anybody who's familiar with the game, I was an Arcane player, and he used to be like a zoning type of character with crazy recurse game and shit. And then when they made Continuum Shift, the second game, he became an all for nothing character. You would build up meter, technically like Cyrax. And when you got your opponent fully cursed, you would use your bugs and then do this like one-hit KO or close KO combo with the bugs into like your special, and it'd be for game. That's the only thing he had. He would have like mix like poke, throw a bug, throw a cloud, then partially curse, try to run away. Once you get him cursed, go for some like fucking mix-ups and shit, and then combo, and it'd be game. Unless first you can burst out of it and shit. It works the same way. You get a vortex over some pressure strings, or mainly you just try to beat it by throwing in nets and shit. And once you get that one hit, you get the sick combo. Try to get them down as possible. And Arcane work the same way. Is it like bullshit that we work so hard and then Sarah gets you one hit and kills you? Yeah, but there's other fighting games that have that. And like those characters weren't banned. Look at JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If you guys are familiar with that game, Pet Shop? Yeah. That motherfucker was never banned. He was soft banned, meaning if you used him at tournaments, it was frowned upon, just like cannibalism is in society. Doesn't mean you can't do it.
Cannibalism is against the law. I mean,
it's not just frowned upon.
Stop destroying my point.
Frowned upon.
But I mean, people have to make strategies to fight against Cyrax. Look at Phoenix and Marvel vs. Capcom 3. People were developing strategies to fight against Phoenix and Sentinel.
Remember Eddie in Guilty Gear?
Yeah.
He had unblockables that did like 80%.
He wasn't banned.
He wasn't banned. I mean, he was the best game, but he wasn't banned.
It's just like, here's the thing. SoulCalibur has a bunch of people who want everything. MK cries too much about buffs and nerfs and want a character banned too as well. Some of them are just lol. BlazBlue players are a bunch of weird weeaboo people. Smash players are fucking furries. Guilty Gear players are actually kind of cool, but yet dickish at the same time because they have the whole, I was in the arcade scene, blah, blah, blah. Street Fighter is, fucking, that's really it. Am I missing any other fighting games? Tekken. King of Fighters? Tekken. Tekken is a bunch of, I guess the Tekken scene's alright. I don't know. I've never been in a Tekken scene before, so Slips can answer that. The King of Fighters scene, they're all Spanish.
Yeah.
That's it. But, like, I don't know. Like, people bitch too much in the MK scene sometimes. And I'm just like, should Kung Lao still be banned? Oh, Cyrax be banned? Is Kung Lao fair? Is Cabal, does he need nerfs? Like, there's so many of these threads, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like,
well, I mean, the guy that started that thread is a dude who is, I mean, he's the Chicken Little of Test Your Might. When is he not panicking? I'm quitting the game. This can't be.
Who's this?
I'm quitting. Inequity, whatever that Inequity. I'm sorry, I can't remember the last. Right, I mean, when is he not going, I'm quitting, NRS, oh God! He is always bitching about something. He's threatened to quit the game, it literally has to be 10 times now. Everything the smoke resets, I gotta quit. Cyrax, I gotta quit. Kung Lao, I gotta quit. Kitana, I gotta quit.
Bullshit.
Anyway, dude, chill out. It's gonna be okay. Chill.
Yeah, he's like, just let the
let the game play out, man.
Think of Mortal Kombat 9 as you preparing a meal of barbecue chicken breasts. You have to let it sit.
marinate for a little while. Let the juices soak in. MK9, let the game marinate. Stop with all these patches. Although these multiple patches, I kind of thank them because Noob was a much shittier character before the patches than he is now. He's with all this crap that he had. He didn't have the mix-ups with the tackle slides. He couldn't cancel portal off for certain attacks. The negative edge really affected him. Not negative edge, input buffer, because that's not true negative edge. Whatever. The input buffer really affected him. He was a much worse character than he was before. So in a sense, I think the people bitching because Noob became a better character. But still, you're bitching. Let the game marinate. Let it develop. Let it soak in. Because now people are wanting, they're done with all these patches, except there's new recent hotfix. We found this thing with Johnny Cage. His 4-3 gives him a random +9 on block. And Slips has just left the room. What the hell?
Oh shit, he did.
It doesn't matter. Keep going. He'll be back.
So, dude, let it marinate. Stop complaining. Sit down. Find a way to get around this. And shut up. The fact that, here's one thing I like about the recent patch, how everyone has a universal 10 frames to invincibility on Wake Up. That's kind of dumb. Other fighting games are that certain moves are invincible on Wake Up, certain ones are, and other ones that are invincible on Wake Up are only invincible for a certain amount of frames. Why should everyone's Wake Up attacks be invincible for 10 frames? Look at fucking Cyrex's Tiger Jump. It's almost fully invincible. Teleport on Raiden's Wake Up teleport is fully invincible. Fucking all these moves are fully invincible. Not only that, but you have armor on top of that. I'm just yo. But you know what? That's the style of the game. Let it develop. People gotta stop bitching. Get used to it.
I mean, Cyrax's arrow throw can be blown up.
Yeah. But if you're rushing him down, obviously you want to kick his ass. You can't no longer do it as well anymore because if he sees it coming, a little tiger jump.
Isn't that kind of the point of a wake-up attack? I mean, the whole idea of a wake-up attack should be
but not every attack in the game should be a wake-up attack and should be fully invincible. Is what I'm saying. Certain attacks should be stuffed. Certain attacks should not be stuffed. Certain attacks you should see coming. Now, if character has 3 moves he can wake up with, and 3 of those moves are not fully invincible or closely fully invincible because of the universal 10 frames of wake up, that's kind of ass. That's not really. You can't Oki him, that means. That's kind of dumb, you know what I'm saying? You be able to do that fucking wake up attack I'm gonna Oki Ryu. Shoryuken, okay. He does a Shoryuken to get out. Now what? Now I have a time to punish the Shoryuken on wake up because I did Yoki from a distance, I can get in and try to do something. No. But no matter what I do, he has so many different options you can use, and you can use a wake up attack that is safe as soon as it's done. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get at. Not every move deserves to be fully invincible on wake up, or nearly fully invincible. Noob Saibot's the perfect example of that. His tackle's fully invincible if you try to poke him or whatever on his wake up, but his up knee can be stuffed because it's 18 frames. And it's only the first 10 gets covered, so you could still poke him out of it. You know what I'm saying? So he in the end only has one really good invincible wake up attack, which is the tackle. And even then, if you see it coming, you jump over it, he gets blown up.
Right.
But other characters are just oh, lol, can't Oki me ever. I'm just alright, that's cool. Cabal, can't Oki me, whatever, whatsoever. Oh, thanks. That just makes him harder to fight. You know what I'm saying? And the guy already has he already builds meter like a champ. He instant air gas blasts like a fucking madman. And his pressure is just ridiculous. On top of that, you can't Oki him. That's, wow.
So are you saying they should nerf Cabal or what?
No, I'm not saying they should nerf Cabal. I just think that honestly, NRS should have honestly taken more than just a couple weeks to check out MK9 before release due to time restraints, and they should have just fucking, took their time with the games. Just instead of listening to these whiny, bitchy fans on Teshima who know nothing about fighting games, and this is their first competitive MK game, listen to the professionals. Listen to people who've played other fighting games. Let them get their inputs from them and made the game better. If they would have done that, this game could have been a little bit better. Because it's always
but the whole point of wake up attacks, I mean, they are essentially a Ryu Dragon Punch. I mean, what's really the difference?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, if you whiff the Dragon Punch, depending on what you use, it's unsafe, and you can punish it, so you can bait people out of it. But with a lot of these wake up attacks at MK9, there only are 11 or 12 frames, so the first 10 get covered with the invincibility, and no poke in the game is 2 frames long. They'll just immediately block afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a safe wake up.
So the fact that some of the wake up attacks are more vulnerable than others is a bad thing?
No, I'm saying most of the wake up attacks in the game are invulnerable. Like they're free. Like they just get up for free and not get punished. Is what I'm trying to say.
I disagree.
No way, dude.
I think part of the problem with the community is not punishing. For example, Sonya's EX cartwheel as a wake up move is full combo punishable. Yeah. Not if you block it, but you got a neutral jump punch or walk back. Same with Cyrex's wake up.
That's where it leads to. That's where it leads to. Oh, now I gotta watch us for these wake up attacks. But like, all I'm just saying is certain characters are not. You can't Oki him anymore, like from a distance as a zoner or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's like it's like these patches have changed the game so much. Every time a new patch comes out, you have to relearn the game.
Well, give us specifics. Like, what wake up attacks do you think are bad?
Not like, what do you mean bad? Like do you think
like too good? Like it's free wake up. Like, what are you talking about exactly?
Like, how do you say Cabal gets out for free? I mean, you just
dash and you can just cancel and block. Like fuck. Like I've done it in Rio a couple of times where I try to stuff the dash or like the saw with back. Like the saw, I've stuffed it before, but dash you can't stuff. But if you try to wake it up and try to poke like with down 3, as soon as he wakes up with a dash and sees the poke coming, he just cancels it. And I'm like, oh, that's great. Mainly I'm complaining about the fact that it really works in favor of Cabal more often.
Couldn't you throw Cabal or? He's not going to be able to react to a throw. Like if he wakes up and he does a dash into a cancel, he's not going to be able to see that you threw.
Yeah, but then again, when you're facing against Cabal and you know that he can blow you up on wake up, you tend to respect his wake up and you try not to throw because then you get blown up by a fucking saw or something. You know what I'm saying? You get scared.
Then you can jump but then you jump the saw and you get a full combo.
Yeah, you can jump the saw and get a full combo, but if you jump the saw and get a full combo and then your opponent after a while starts respecting that and he sees that you're trying to jump, dash, and then gets a full combo for that. Yeah,
right.
I mean, like that's the whole.
And then the Yomi loops back. It's a loop of the mind game. I mean, that's.
Yes, I just feel like certain characters that I was able to, try, at least had a chance of stuffing their wake ups. Now that I can, it's just kind of annoying. It makes me a character that uses bottom tier. It's more of just me complaining rather than the whole game in the end because I use bottom tier. Well, yeah, bottom 10. So it just makes me have to work a shit ton harder. I mean, he'll make my matchups, and the wrong mistake would leads to death because he has the potential game. So
imagine if like Johnny Cage or something, or not even Johnny Cage, but like Sonya or something like that, or Jax, they knock you down, and you're limited to just one wake up attack. I mean, you're fucked, man. Like, that would dramatically change. Rushdown characters are already good, and then if you change the game to where you only have one reliable wake-up attack, I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Whole arsenal, and in fact, a lot of them have fucking armor anyway, so they have invincibility and armor, and it's like, wow. I mean, maybe it's just me complaining, me not, like, I don't play this game a lot anymore, so a lot of this new shit that's coming out, I'm just like, it just looks crazy to me, and I haven't tested it out yet. Then again, I'm also, like, I have fundamentals that when I play this game, it's kind of like, wow, this is different from other fighting games, so I'm not used to it, because like I said, I'm always a big Guilty Gear player, and I'm playing Blaze Blue again, because the new one's coming out, so it's just me not fully understanding this game's mechanics still. Like,
Guilty Gear had sort of the same thing. I mean, a lot of characters could, look at Soul, he could do like he could do a wake up or a reversal with his Dragon Punch and cancel the Dragon Punch, and then you gotta guess.
You know what? Actually, right? Everyone who's watched this podcast, I'm a fucking moron. Ignore him. I just said right now, I'm an idiot. Lol. I'm an idiot. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking. I'm rambling right now. Like I was proven wrong. Like I'm an idiot. Shut up.
Well, you're not necessarily proven wrong. I mean, I don't know about Cabal's case. Maybe it is too good. I don't know. I'm just saying, in general, it's good when you have a multi-layered guessing game like that. That's what makes a good game good. I'm not specifically defending Cabals in this case. I don't know.
Because
I don't know how viable that wake up, dash into cancel is. Like, I mean, how quickly? I don't know how quickly he
Cabal's
can
got
react.
some of the best wake-ups in the game.
Yeah, I guess it's just the fact that it's similar to Kula in King of Fighters. She's always been like S tier because she's able to abuse the game so fucking well, especially in KOF 13. That it's just like, really, Cabal's able to abuse game's mechanics like ridiculous. So that's probably like, wow, really. And then me just looking at a Cabal standpoint, I'm looking at it as a whole rather than just him. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, dude, don't get
But
me started
every
on wake up for my character. My wake up attacks, I think it's bogus.
Yeah, no.
One
like,
option beats all of my wake up attacks.
Yeah, down.
Yeah,
Right,
the reason why like Cabal is better than Kitana is because he can blow up zoning unlike she can, and he's got much better wake up attacks. And
Like, or for example, if Johnny Cage does his forward throw to me, I basically don't have wake up attacks. There's no reason not to dash in and down 4. The only guessing game is if he wants to. He establishes down 4, then he can get in and start doing knee when he thinks I'm gonna block, and then I can go to my wake up attack.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the only guessing game I have. Whereas Cabal would have this layers of guessing games on wake up.
Yeah.
Walt's cheap.
Like I said, one of my things is like I'll tend to think of an idea and like yeah, this is it. And then when you describe it to me, I'm like, wow, I didn't get that. I'm dumb. Like, I'll also do sometimes. So for all you viewers, not that retarded. Nicely produced. Word.
Arguments are good though. I mean, it makes it,
Yeah.
I actually had to think a long time to actually try and think of why I disagreed. I knew I disagreed, but I couldn't think of anything for a while.
I disagree.
But
Why?
luckily you were
I don't
ranting
know.
for a while, and I could figure it. I was like, what about?
I gave you.
Man, I really want a mid-hitting wake-up move. She needs it.
Play Noob Saibot.
What the fuck you guys talking about now?
Overhead.
Wake-up attacks, man. Why can't
Yes.
pretty kicks be mid?
Get
The last
fuck
kick
out.
is.
The EX one, dude. No one's doing that.
Maybe it's
If I
worth
had good wake up, she'd be fucking broken.
No, she would not. She would just be a little bit better.
She has too much already.
Here we go.
No, dude. No. What do you?
Cabal is essentially Kitana with better wake-up moves and a little bit better rushdown.
And better armor. And better rush down.
But requires
Okay.
more execution. Does lower damage.
It's true.
Apparently not anymore. Apparently, Cabal's gonna get good damage.
Well,
It's not easy.
on fucking point. If you
All right, I'll give you that. Am I not merciful? She does more damage. I'll concede that to you because I'm so merciful.
I think
Why
Rio,
can't I have
think
rumor?
Rio might disagree.
So I want to talk about this. Apparently, Rio's mad at me. That's what you're telling.
Oh.
Tell me what's
No,
happening.
Rio's not mad. He just heard you, like, the whole thing with the Cabal. He's just like, the fuck? He was just like, really? Aw.
You've been very vocal on your hate for Cabal, the character.
First off, everyone that's listened to this, I've always given that dude props. He's godlike.
He doesn't hate you. There's no salt between you guys. Trust me.
Secondly,
Little.
I said, first off, 2 weeks ago I did blow up Cabal. I admit that.
Said he's
But I
ranked
took that.
it.
I took that back, man. I was ranting and I wasn't thinking clearly, and I went off. I do
That's
that.
what I just did. I wasn't thinking clearly, and I got blown up by Slips and you.
And I was man enough the next week to say I take that back. I still think Cabal, maybe they need to do something about the gas blast. Maybe. And they do need to take out that block infinite. Look, even if that block infinite is too hard to do, they should take it out on principle.
Who says it shouldn't be taken out?
Well, Rio's been kind of like, oh, why complain about it? It's too hard. Well,
No, well, people will learn eventually over the months, and it'll become a block infinite. Look at Guilty Gear. Look at Eno. Fucking one frame false Roman cancels. That's really hard to do, but look at the
What
Japanese.
about-
They do it fucking every time.
What about El Forte in Street Fighter 4? No one's doing
Exactly.
that.
I got
No
a
one's
point.
doing it though.
Alright.
It's too hard.
Cabal is unlike any other character in any other fighting game ever.
What do you mean?
Other character has had the dash cancel abilities like Cabal. It's never been done. It's
dude,
new.
You guys got to get over yourselves.
Dude.
Your execution.
What?
Dude, the top Street Fighter players are doing one frame links as their bread and butter combo. You guys got to get over yourselves.
They don't.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Look,
let's put it this
I
way.
respect the execution, but come on.
Rio was testing out the block infinite to me, and he got 8 in a row, 7 in a row, 5 in a row, 6 in a row, and he's trying to practice it. Eventually, he'll get it every time, and that's a problem, and it should be taken out.
And look, the argument that, well, it's too hard, well, then why do you care anyway? Why not just take it out? It's going to take Paulo 20 minutes.
That argument, because that Ermac combo, his windmill combo, where he windmills 3 times, force push, and does that damage, even if you don't even start out with back 2, and you start off with 3-1, it's hard to do, so it's not viable. Sure it is, just learn the timing. That's what fighting games are about, learning timings on certain combos, how to execute combos. Like,
why don't we see El Forte Infinites then in Street Fighter 4?
Why? Wait, what's this Infinite?
There was an Infinite he had. It's like day 1, vanilla Street Fighter 4, El Forte Infinite. He would do that chest butt thing over and over again. I don't know what it is.
I don't follow the El Forte scene, but
they probably took it out from vanilla, dude. It's not there anymore.
No, it's still there.
It's just
way too hard to do. I mean, that's great. Rio could do the block infinite.
Maybe the infinite's a half link. Who fucking knows? A half frame link, which I don't even think is possible. Is it possible?
No.
Or maybe the fact that fucking it's to the point where it's so situational that maybe it's character dependent. That's not even worth doing. Or maybe the fact that no one fucking plays El Forte anymore. Only just select people do. And they don't fucking care as much. They can just use their actual tools. They don't.
It's great. Rio could do the block infinite like 8 times in a row. But how much? I mean, you're talking about how much damage here? Like 10 or 20?
Well, why not just take
just frames?
Well, why not?
See, I wouldn't mind. The thing is, though, I wouldn't mind actually being a block infinite in this game. But the thing is, though, being very defensive in this game is kind of a bad thing because you take chip on everything. So, that's why Japanese people cannot play this game. They're too defensive, and they get blown up. Well, that's one of the reasons, at least. And they don't have a scene there. But, dude, it's just, I don't know, man. This game's very defensive. You just sit there blocking, you're going to take chip, and if as soon as he gets the hit confirmed, he's going to cancel it into something and get a combo off of it. And then you're forced to breaker, and you're wasting 2 meter. Now you don't have meter, and then you just sit there eating fucking 2-, until you have meter, and then you're fucking almost dead. And then, lol. That's it.
If he can do it.
Yeah, why isn't the high execution a way to balance the game when so few can do it?
We're talking about a block
infinite.
What do you guys need?
The best Cabal player cannot even do.
Because he's learning it.
Here's the K7. If it's too hard that it's not viable, why are you so worried about it being removed? Why don't we just all agree? Look, the Cabal players are saying it's too hard, we can't do it anyway. The Cabal haters are saying, what if someday you can? We both agree that it doesn't belong in the game. Either it's too good or it's not possible. So what does it harm to take it out?
Because you can use it for other things than an infinite.
You really need his pressure isn't good enough that you need a move that's plus 8 or whatever it is.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
You could put all that shit. You can even pressure with his fucking spit that comes out of his mask. Gosh, oh my god, dash cancel,
the infinite is the standing 2 into the Nomad dash, right?
Yes.
Now, Cabal does that, or Rio does that as part of his new combos. If they fuck with the standing 2 just because of the infinite, you're going to fuck up all his combos.
No, you're not, because it's on block. It's on block. There's a difference between advantage on block and advantage on hit, and his combos are on hit. So in other words,
you would be changing the block stun by 1 or 2 frames.
Well, that would be fine. That would be fine.
No one is saying take that move out. No one is saying it can't be advantage on block. It can't be a block infinite.
Yeah.
No one is saying Cabal gets removed from the game. No one's calling for a ban. You guys, your defense is, well, it's too hard anyway. So I'm saying, well, cool. Then you won't mind if it's taken out.
The thing is, it's getting to the point where like a win with Cabal does not count.
Look, I understand that. I complain about that. All I hear is, oh, Kitana, oh, down one. I understand. It's frustrating. But no one's saying Rio's bad. I mean, God, oh my, who doesn't respect him? He probably is the most beloved player in our community, right? But I understand that that's frustrating.
And he's using supposedly the top character and still not winning every tournament.
Well, no one's saying.
So how good can Cabal really be?
You can definitely be the best character in the game and still not win majors.
Exactly. Why you have to factor in a few things: human error,
right.
And you have to factor in when it comes to dropping combos, and you have to factor in nerves. People get nervous at top 8. Hell, people get nervous at fucking grand finals, and end up doing stupid shit, and they resort to stupid gimmicks. It happens. No one's a fucking robot. We're not Japanese people. We're not bred in laboratories.
And look, who is he losing to? CD Jr., another ridiculous player. I mean, he's also hella fucking good. Like, it doesn't mean that Cabal's not one of the top 5 characters in the game, or top 3 or whatever, because he loses to CD Jr., who's another ridiculous player that plays.
And that's the only person he really loses to.
Yeah, it's not like Rio's getting blown up in pools. Like, I mean, he gets 3rd or 2nd. Like,
if CD Jr. was never born, he'd be blowing everyone up.
I think it's just the hate for the character.
I don't hate the character. Cabal's fucking awesome. He's a crackhead with a gas mask. Everyone loves crackheads.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't hate him. I blow him up all the time. I think he's one of the
Cabal. Come on,
dude. He is legitimately one of the coolest MK3 characters. I think he's cool.
I thought you hated his pigtails.
That is inexcusable.
His pigtails are stupid. Like, his pigtails look like.
Alright, I gotta clear this up about the pigtails. He's not actually wearing pigtails.
Yes, he is.
That's just how they stick out of his mask.
That's
dude.
Fucking no.
He's not wearing like
pigtails.
scrunchies.
That is fucking pigtails, bro. He has fucking. He has dog ears.
How it pokes out. And
he has dog
manly.
ears.
He doesn't even give a fuck because
he's Oodles, the talking motherfucking poodle. He has dog ears. Whenever he fucking wins, they just split open. And he's like, "Brr!"
Swords, fucking spikes on his helmet. He's bad. I love him.
God, dude, you're weird. Why do you love your character so much? It's creepy.
Yeah, it is.
The character a lot.
You just bought a European katana that was like 10 years old from a dude
You
in
said
Chicago.
you jacked off to Kitana.
Let's move on.
Wouldn't jerk off the Kitana because she's a fucking spoiled little brat.
No, she's not. She's a warrior woman, man.
Daddy!
No. What are you talking about? She rebelled against her father.
Got a pony for a sweet 16.
Well, she's a princess, man.
Me, going on the way to Seasons meetings, it was me, Shock, Rio, and Classy Sasquatch in a van, traveling to Seasons meetings, and Dark Rob makes a funny joke about Kitana being a spoiled little bitch that she is, and goes, "Do you hear her complain when she finds out that in the flesh pits that fucking Melina's being bred? Daddy! Daddy! Shang Tsung made a yucky me! He made an icky me!"
That's right.
She's
then
like,
she took it up the ass, too.
She has toothpieces.
No,
It's
she's
like, that's
bad.
right. I made a new version of you because you fucking suck.
No, she doesn't just take it. She's all like, "You fiend," and then she blows Melina up. What are you talking about?
It's like, Daddy, why do I have a mansion? Why don't you make Melina look prettier than me, except for the toofuses? Daddy, I'm a spoiled
Let's move on.
She
I
didn't,
don't
even,
like
she didn't even
conversation.
kill her.
See,
She
that-
fucked her up a little bit.
I have a blue.
And she couldn't even go against her dad and kill Melina.
Now you're feeling like Rio. You don't
None
like
of this is as
talking.
bad as those pigtails.
No.
But I love my character. If they made a statue of Noob Saibot, I fucking buy it. Noob Saibot is the most badass redesign in MK9 so far. He has a fucking hood. He's a legit ninja. He's like, I'm black. Fear me. I throw clones at you. Nigga, run by. That's fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Like, he's the... I love him. Like, straight up, my favorite character in history. I like, straight up, like, you love Kitana. Well, like Scorpion that much?
What?
Do you like Scorpion that much? Is he your favorite character?
Yeah, he's tight.
Alright, so, we love Scorpion. We all have our EP. It's just character loyalty. Like, I will never drop Noob unless he becomes unplayable.
I agree. It's good. Seems like a lot of MK players love their characters more than usual in this community.
The characters are really good in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, they're so cool.
Yeah. But since we're moving on, what's the next topic you're going to send?
Alright, let's do the name game and wrap it up.
Did we
Do what?
We did a name game versus who?
This is a new one. There's a different one.
Oh, because that's all wrestling topic, and 60-bit loves wrestling.
This is the one where you just gotta say the first thing that comes into your mind when I say their name. So basically insult everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not allowed to just name the character that they play. Right. We want juicy, interesting answers.
16-bit always has his rules he's got to throw in there.
Right.
Alright, first name, Tom Brady.
Salty.
It's always something negative.
It is. Rio.
Italian.
Wait a minute, he's Italian? I thought he was Mexican.
No, he's Italian.
No, he's not.
My fellow Paisan. That's right. Italians regulate.
His name is Giuseppe. Giuseppe.
He's Mexican.
No, he's Italian. He's a fellow Dago like me.
Dago.
He looks he's brown skinned.
Not really. He's kind of tan. He's not brown.
Wow, he's probably from Sicily, which Italians are dark complexion, dude.
Yeah, man.
He is fucking Mexican.
No, Mexican.
You're insulting every Italian.
I'm calling his race out. He's lying to you guys. He's Mexican.
Well, like I smell the fuck.
He's gonna
hate
Rio. It's Italian.
But isn't his name? Isn't it Jose Grasso or whatever?
No, it's Giuseppe Grosso.
Jose? Met him. You know him.
But I just called him Rio. He didn't be like.
And Rio's not Italian.
His name's Joe.
His name's Giuseppe. He just says Joseph because he would rather be called Joseph, but his name.
You're so obsessed with wrestling that you just figured that he's Del Rio or something.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought like the Rio Grande, man.
Wow, no, but Rio is an Italian name. His handle comes from Resident Evil Outbreak, Rio.
Oh.
So
I always.
Wow. You're really racist.
He's hella brown though.
No,
it was an
he's
innocent mistake. It was
right,
a lot of people think.
Moving
Wow,
on.
if you somehow. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Rio Grande.
Yeah, no, just move on to the next name because it's going to turn into a whole racist thing saying Rio's a spit and cuts grass when he's not.
If you thought you buried the hatchet with him this podcast by saying that I take everything back about Cabal, and then you just start being super racist towards the guy.
Wait a minute,
there's
nothing wrong with being Mexican. I just
called them out. You called them out by not being
brown.
He's actually Mexican.
I apologize. I didn't know.
All right, next.
I'm not the only one that thought that. I hope someone in the comments admits that they thought that too.
I'm proud he's Italian. That's tight.
I'm Greek, so I mean, it's whatever.
I wonder how many Italian Mortal Kombat players there are. Maybe we could get an Italian 5-on-5.
Dude, you're not Italian. You have an Italian last name and you like pizza. That's as Italian as you've never been to Italy.
So? That doesn't mean I'm not Italian.
You're not Italian at all. You're American.
Yeah, I am.
Just whatever. Alright, moving on. Race war.
Alright, next thing. CD Jr.
Gotcha. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Gotcha grab.
Gotcha. Swift Tom Hanks.
Red.
Like a communist?
No,
I knew you were going to go there.
Besides using sectory, he's kind of got red hair. Brownish red hair.
Uh-oh, okay, 7.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Aren't you a ginger?
No, fuck no. Why do people think that?
Because you're fucking Avatar. Or
Fuck.
you Squidbillies. Like,
I hate fucking gingers.
alright, keep
You
going.
know, I think Swift is very mad at us. I don't think he.
I
I
love
don't
Swift
think he
Hunting.
likes.
He's a guy.
Why is he mad?
He does not seem happy because we've blown up sector players.
Oh, no.
Well, he's dropping sectors. It doesn't matter.
He's dropping Sector?
Yeah,
Shitty,
long
man.
story. Long story.
What?
Yeah, he's dropping sector. Long story. Don't even want to talk about it.
Foxy Grandpa.
PMS.
Wow.
Wow.
Like, he's a cool guy. I talk to him, but every time I see like discussing shit with, always like, oh, blood is flowing everywhere. I'm like, all right, Jesus fucking Christ! Like, it's just been rage upon rage. Next name.
So apparently Foxy Grandpa is the devil. Okay. Next name, Maxter. A.K.A. Zorro.
I love Lucy.
I like that. How about,
That's right, 48. No, Baxter, the best drinking buddy ever.
I've heard that, yeah.
He's so much fun to get drunk around with. He's just drinking with him is amazing.
Alright. How about Perfect Legend?
Lol.
Wow.
You say honestly, the only time I actually laughed at what Perfect Legend was saying when he dropped Kung Lao because they quote unquote nerfed him, and I'm like, he's still good, but he moved to Raiden, so it's whatever. He's a cool guy though. I've met him in real life. He's very, very nice dude.
How about James M.K.?
Oh my god, that guy's just hysterical. That guy has 1,000,001 stories.
He's gonna be our next guest.
Oh. Prepare, if you want some salt and just fucking just hit people criticizing people, he's the perfect person.
Good, we like that.
Alright.
Speaking of salt, who gets salty in the VSM crew?
Besides me and Classy Sasquatch, I've seen CD Jr. get a little bit salty, but we all get salty. So most of the saltiest people in VSM would have to be me and Classy Sasquatch.
Like,
Does
what
CD
happened?
Senior ever get salty?
No, he's
I've
fucking
never-
quiet.
Yeah, so he never like privately like gets really mad at his brothers.
No, he's just like, "Pff, the fuck, Elva." Like that's him. And Max is just like, yeah, I'm gonna get you, and then he gets drunk.
Do the two older brothers ever like get really mad at Junior? Because he's like younger. Like this, do they ever like both team up on him? Like
punch
shut
him
the
in the
fuck
arm?
up,
They
dude.
always talk.
Yeah.
They always talk shit, and they always like challenge each other, stupid contests and shit. Always competitive. I've never seen them physically like yell at each other and about to beat the shit out of one another. But my bad. But yeah,
How about
Does
and he's a
Rio
funny.
tier?
What?
Does Rio tier?
What?
Does
Does
Rio get salty?
Not really salty. He just sucks his teeth. He goes, man, and that's
Okay.
like Rio has no emotion sometimes. But like if you're friends with him and you talk about stupid shit, he doesn't shut up.
Alright. How about Altair? My good buddy.
Do you even like Altair?
No comment.
Dang.
What's wrong with Altair?
Let's not get into that.
I
I
actually
like
want to
it.
get into that. I want to get into that, but before that, I will answer this. Awesome guy. That's what I have. The first thing I have to say to it. A really nice dude.
I know he's your buddy.
He's a good friend of mine. Like honestly, but I want to know why you don't like him. Because I know he's supported your podcast through Mortal Monday when he actually gave a shit about Mortal Monday. So I want to see why do you hate him so much.
I don't like how he treats people on the forums.
Well, I treat people the same way. People that are stupid and they say the stupid.
No, it's more than that.
Does he treat you bad though? No, but does he treat you bad though?
No.
So why do you hate him? Just let him do what he wants.
I don't like people that treat people like that.
But I treat people like shit sometimes in the forums. Do you hate me? I'm a lovable guy.
Not like this. Not from what I've seen. This goes back to like game facts.
But I guess that's just how he is. He just doesn't like with me, he hates ignorance too, but he takes it to another level. I'll say that shit in my head, but I'll be like, you know what, that's kind of dickish, but you know, whatever, I'm just typing something small and be like, wow, that was retarded. But he just lets it all out. He just hates when people are ignorant and just talk out of their ass. That's his defense mechanism. We all have that, but he's just like, I'm gonna kill you with that shit. So, I mean, honestly, if
you're gonna like judge a dude based on an old game facts beef?
Yeah,
it's constant.
Well,
it's constant.
I mean, like, it's one thing if he did it to you and you hated him, that I understand. But it's not hurting you because he's not directing it towards you. I mean, he did nothing but try to support you through the podcast. You know what I'm saying, with the trying to make this popular through Mortal Monday. And I mean, if that's how you feel about him, I can't really change your opinions. It's your opinion. I'm not going to be like, yo, K7's an asshole because he's one of my best buddies.
Wait. How did he support our podcast?
Well, he wanted to support your podcast. I remember him talking to me around the time when he was in Mortal Monday. He's like, remember, K7, how he has the podcast? Just started out, yeah. I messaged him to see if we can get some hype for it through Mortal Monday, see if we can blow it up a little bit, because I actually like what they're doing with Mortal Kombat. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, dude. It was like months ago.
Yeah, but that never happened.
Because you want to know why it happened? Because he shortly left. That's why. He shortly left Mortal Monday afterwards through some bullshit with the people that were in there, and he left.
Believe me, I know all about it.
Yeah, so do I. So, I mean, that's the only reason why he never got on there. Otherwise, if you're still on Mortal Monday, you guys would be there. I mean, you guys are already big as hell, but, you know what I'm saying, you would have gotten bigger sooner. But, yeah, I mean, you want to judge Altair, that's fine. I'm not going to be like, you're an asshole, I'll never get on your podcast again, you're a meanie poo-poo face. It's your opinion.
I don't have a big problem with Altair. I just don't like the guy. That's where it begins and ends for me.
Alright.
I talk to him a lot. I'm cool with him.
Yeah. I mean, if that's how...
Yeah, and a lot of people are cool with him. A lot of people don't like him, which, whatever.
It's a love-hate, just like most video games nowadays.
Not everybody's going to be best pals.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people hate me. I don't know who, but...
Alright, anything you guys want to say before we do shout-outs and wrap it up?
I'll go last.
Okay.
No more name game?
I got one more name.
Whoa.
Asa Akira.
Who?
What?
Japanese porn star.
Wow.
Like hot.
I gotta pump up Jessica James.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
That bitch is ridiculous. I fucked the shit out of that bitch.
She doesn't do the nasty shit, though.
What are you talking about? She's hardcore.
She doesn't do, like,
Dude, this chick looks weird, Asa Akira. She looks weird. What's wrong with you?
Dude.
She looks like an alien.
You're fucking...
She looks like a...
Why do you like weird-looking things, K7, like Cabal and alien chicks?
Google image search her and look at it. She looks like an alien. Dude. Oh my god.
How do you say Jessica James doesn't do the nasty stuff? She has her own stream where she fucks.
I don't think she does anal.
She has, like... She doesn't do that very often.
I don't...
Why do you like anal?
And it's
What's
friends.
the big deal with anal?
And I mean, I like certain things that most people don't like, and yeah, doesn't mean it's just down, like, bad or anything. It just means I'm fucking weird. That's all it means.
I like my porn stars to do it all.
I mean, she's
You want
done
them to eat the poo-poo? You want them to eat the poo-poo?
No.
That's
Why
fine.
do you like anal? I like what's the big deal?
You don't like seeing anal porn?
I don't understand it, to be honest with you.
Don't-
I mean,
Nice tight
there's-
round ass,
Yeah.
small hole, fucking nice pressure on your wang.
there's already a lubricated hole ready to go for you.
But the thing
damn-
is, though, it's tighter. It's tighter. It feels completely different. Like it's just
It
Anal is a
seems
treat.
like something that shit comes out of.
You gotta.
yeah.
take
PP
precautions.
comes the other one, and so does PMS and babies. But we way.
You gotta clean them first.
Yeah, you gotta use a fucking an enema to clean.
It doesn't even belong there. Like, there's no risk involved.
That's-
I want
so-
risk.
So it belongs there. So you're telling me right there, you're saying that gay people shouldn't have.
What? You cut out. What?
Oh, I said it doesn't belong. So the wang does not belong in the ass. The cock does not go in the ass. Correct? That's what.
I mean,
The one about people. How
if
they
I had a
ass
choice
doesn't
of
belong.
an ass or a pussy, I would put it in a pussy. I'm not saying it doesn't belong there, but
Yeah, but some,
it makes more sense
people prefer-
for it to go in the pussy.
yeah, no, it does make more sense. But like, you play around with the holes. Go with the mouth, the pussy, the butt. Some people even try the fucking armpit, which is weird, but whatever. It's not even a hole. You just go for the fucking ew, whatever. Anyway, I digress. But some people prefer anal, like K7. I prefer vaginal play. So,
I don't like people knowing that about me.
well, you just announced it. Your fault. K7 likes anal.
Fuck. That's like my most. Fuck, dude.
That's
You're
not that
nasty,
bad.
dude.
Shut
Alright,
up. It's
alright.
alright.
You want to make it even? You want me to announce something nasty that I like?
Yeah.
Do you ever give a girl a pink sock?
What?
A pink
You ever give a girl a fucking space stocking?
Uh,
You know what a space stocking is, bro? It's when you shit in a girl's vagina.
I don't know.
I'm serious.
Something
That's-
else. That's even that's just disgusting.
No, it's just so disgusting. My brother was like, "Yo, give this girl a space stocking." I'm like, "What's that?" And he told me, I was like, "Ew, it's so gross."
A pink sock is when you know how your penis is shaped. The penis is shaped to scoop out like other men's cum and shit.
What?
So yeah, that's the purpose of its shape.
Uh-huh.
And so when you're fucking an ass, sometimes the ass can go inside out and you fuck up their asshole.
And it comes out like a sock.
Yeah, like a pink sock. So you can fuck anal all day, sir. I'm sticking with my vaginas.
This is the way you said it was like vaginas.
I'm in awe, dude. I don't know. What
Did you know sperm, like, they have, like, weapons and shit? There's, like, most sperm have,
What's
like...
it, Space
hook-
Invaders?
No, like, seriously, most sperm have, like, hooks and shit, like, attached to their head so they can fuck up other sperm.
Yeah, I did know that.
Yo, that's all fucking survival
Weaponized.
of the fittest, but with your jizz.
Yeah, it's like a whole warfare that's going on
They should
every
make a
time you
video-
come.
Video game where you pilot a sperm cell and you fuck up other sperm cells, like Star Foxy 4, but with sperm. Be awesome.
There's, like, a whole book on it, like, called Sperm Wars.
Wait, are you guys saying, like, it's gay to want to fuck a girl in the ass?
No, dude, not at all. Like, if I had a chance to and the girl had a huge ass, I'd be like, yo, I'm sticking it in that. But, obviously...
I mean, if you fuck a girl in the ass, I mean, and if you go to prison one day, would you have a problem fucking a dude in the ass?
Yeah,
That'd be
it's
a big
dude.
problem because one ass is nice, smooth, and plumpy, while the other ass is
Yeah.
hairy, crusty, and probably filled with dead AIDS.
I mean, that's all you got, though. It's
Women are
prison.
attractive.
Alright, then you learn how to masturbate with your lunch.
Alright, I mean, I'm just saying K7 is one step further closer than me.
I can't. I hate that analogy. But what's the difference between a guy and about walls and a dick around that area? And two, it's a dude. You know it's a dude. Now, if you know it's a girl, it's a difference. And girls tend
Well-
to ass cleaner. Guys would probably have like poo poo and like tootsie.
When
shit.
K7 wants to fuck that girl in that animal fuzzy outfit, does he really know that it's a girl?
And you want to fuck his a Minotaur.
But it's a woman, though.
But it's a fucking horse bitch.
It's a vagina.
Hay. It's a hay vagina.
I wonder if Storms is listening to this.
Storm. Why, are we live right now?
Are we appropriate?
Alright, we gotta move on. We gotta go.
Thanks for coming on the show, Hito.
No problem. Shout-outs to everyone at VSM. Shout-outs to my brother in his wrestling career. Shout-outs to everybody I know. I love you all. And yeah, thanks for having me on the show, guys. Really appreciate it. Now I'm fucking tired.
Awesome having you, dude.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Talk to you guys later.
No
problem.
That was weird.
That was a weird way to end the thing.
Dude, we got really nasty there for a minute.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
What's gonna be, dude? We need a little stinger, a little ending. Somebody say something goofy. Somebody say something ridiculous.
I mean, wasn't it ridiculous enough?
I can find
No,
it.
Alright, after the ending song, there's always a little stinger. A little something extra. Something out of context. Something goofy.
Oh, Hito, do your roar.
Oh.
That'll work.
That's
Call
it.
the Hitosaurs.
That'll work.